Hey guys, this is Moon Magic Going Gurus. This is number 50. And
Woohoo!
as always, I'm joined by the great one, my partner in crime, the sketchy one, Tash.
Woohoo! Hey everybody!
Hey! So it's a beautiful day, and I just want to say hi, Tash, and how are you doing?
Hello, Malcolm.
Hello.
I'm doing good, thank you. It's been busy, so
Oh, you've been busy. What have you been doing?
exhausted. So I've been filming, and I opened my editing program and then closed it again. Considered editing and then closed it down again. And that's very exhausting. So
Don't you love that moment where you just click twice?
yeah.
Oh, it's open. What am I going to edit? I'll click the X button.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm all done for the day.
But the recording took quite a while, so that was kind of exhausting. So.
Was this the run?
Mm-hmm.
Is it the final part?
No, it was the next part. So
Were you wearing that?
no, I'm not.
Oh.
I'm wearing my the t-shirt I've been wearing for the whole 6 years. So
I was the same one.
yeah.
So we could see the difference in it fading through the years.
Actually, no, it stayed the same. It's just like gotten tighter on my arms.
So let me get this right. So instead, it just makes you look like you're more muscular.
Actually, I will say in the new part, I have got like a black t-shirt on underneath it, so it's not rolled up my arms quite so much.
Okay.
So, but yeah, that's it. It's still, it's not the transfer.
I can't you hope the sound of my awesomeness?
That's the t-shirt I've always worn, so I'll have to retire. What I love though is where I got it from, because it was from a stall at a convention. I love the fact it's got the copyright 2007, and I'm like, that's how long I've been wearing this fucking t-shirt.
You know what you need to do, don't you? After you've done the videos, you need to film it on your wall.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know, put a big phone. People go, why'd you phone this? Go, because this DVD right here, which is next to it, please take a copy. You should make like a million copies.
Put like, you know, like the game cover next to the t-shirt in the frame. So this t-shirt and this game.
I finally achieved greatness by finishing this project that took me many, many years.
Exactly. I was like, that t-shirt is going to retirement when I'm done. Just seriously.
Hey, you would have used it for what you needed to.
I have this nice pile of X-Files t-shirts building up for my other projects. So, you know, I'm going to do like a t-shirt a season. So.
Oh, nice. I just, in case I was looking, I got a message from Husey. So he's going to be watching that, but he's missed a couple because he's been you know, busy with other things,
right.
You know, like family and stuff, you know, important things.
Oh yeah, that always, yeah.
So
well, hi Husey, hope you're doing well.
If you're watching, I hope you're doing well, and we fully understand, and we're just very thankful that you're here.
Yeah, we're just glad to hear you're okay. So, and did you ever platinum Metal Gear 5? Because
if you haven't yet, have you?
No, I haven't. I haven't gone back to it. That was the thing. But so yeah. So I was recording on that, and I was so annoyed because what happened is I had my script set up for the next part, and I was like, oh, I'll just keep going, which meant I then spent the whole day putting the rest of the script into the thing for doing the script, for doing like the on the screen. So that took the whole day, and then when it came time to film, I was like, and it took so many takes and so much time to do that one part.
Don't you hate
that?
The
problem is, well, it'd been so long since I'd written that part that I forgot a lot of the jokes and that were in it, and like what inflection I was supposed to do on certain lines. So I'd read it and I was go, shit, that's not the right way that I need to be reading it, you know, kind of thing or something. So
well, you know, I think it's hard because, you know, I've had so many plans to do on YouTube, you know.
Yeah.
Like the chat myself thing, you remember? I'm trying to do that.
Oh yeah, that was brilliant.
And I've got scripts and everything.
Yeah.
Brilliant, you know. But it's so hard because you have to be in the right mood to do it.
Exactly, yeah.
You know, because if you don't do it right, then it's just like really half-assed.
Yeah.
And you just feel to yourself, I could have done so much better than that.
Yeah.
That's why I haven't done it, you know, because they've been like.
Exactly. But that's the thing. I finished the part and I was like, yeah, no, I'll do the other 2 parts another day. I know I've got them ready to record. I just, you know, I'm going to edit this one, get it out, and then record the other ones. So.
Well, I'm in the middle of remaking your whole videos, and I'm making my one.
And doing your own version.
I've got a green screen in the background. It's going to have your face like enlarged on it.
They're like called Malky reviews, aren't they?
Yeah, and it's going to be called Malky's Reviews, and then it's going to be Malky's X-Files 1. And then it just has me going, Gillian Anderson used to look good in this at the time, but now she looks like an old bag. You know? She just looks horrendous. I'm sorry, but it's like an obsession of mine now.
It is. You really got an issue with her. It's great.
You know what? I'm gonna have to start saying at the beginning of the videos. You know, but I'll have to start quoting that thing that they say in that trailer, because every time I think of Exiles, I feel that
one joke now. I don't see that there's a choice.
I just keep thinking of it, and I keep having to say it. You know. But I can understand why it's
I can't wait to see the context it's actually used in. That's going to be the best bit.
I'm surprised people made videos. Are you ready for this? And then a big massive dildo hitting them in the face or something. You know, because it'd be hysterical. Are you ready for this? Right? And then we just, I've got no choice. Should show them like in a car driving somewhere or something, and then it'd be like Kids Kingdom or something. Or I have Mulder going.
Yeah, just like yeah.
You know, whatever. You know, it'd be great. But so, when do you think you'll do the next 2 parts then?
Well, I'm gonna get started. Editing tends to take a while and takes a lot out of me anyway. So to be honest, I'll probably record while editing this one. So
that sounds good.
I mean, I might record the next part tomorrow, depending on how I feel. I might, while I'm feeling quite good at the moment, I might, you know, get ahead, like just get on it, so that then the stuff will be on my computer, and that'll be it. So. Well,
I think you should be very proud of yourself when you've accomplished it.
Yeah, I'm annoyed, but as you said, you know, it's difficult when you've got so many plans for other stuff you want to do. And then, like, this has kind of gotten in the way, because then I've tried working on other stuff, and I'm like, yeah, but I really need to get back to doing this, you know, kind of thing.
You know, it's like me. It's like, I know I'm a fairly good reviewer, right?
Yeah. Oh, you are a good reviewer.
And I know I'm pretty good at it, but I just can't do it. I just can't do it anymore, because I watch a movie, and I'm like, do I say this, do I say that? And in my mind, I'm like, you know, I just can't be bothered.
You know what? I watched Daryl was on Sci-Fi, and I'd not seen it before. It's one of those classic 80s sci-fi movies. And I watched it, and I was like, I wonder if I should review this, because it's a movie I've never seen before and stuff. And I was like, I finished watching the movie, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm not reviewing. Because I want to watch a movie and just be able to enjoy it instead of thinking, what should I be saying about it afterwards?
It's like me and Gaz watched the wrestling together last night because Survivor Series was on.
Right, yeah. I always love it when Sky Sports advertise the wrestling, because I'm just like, oh, man, come and be watching that.
Yeah, me and Gaz were watching it. Gaz was watching it on the stream, I was watching it on the network. And, you know, it's funny because I said to Gaz, you keep picking the safe picks. And he goes, as a wrestling fan, you should know these are the ones that are going to win. And I'm like, I do, but I hope they don't. You know.
Yeah.
But the funniest part about it was he said to me, "Oh, you know, why are you not so serious on it?" I went, because if I am, I'd be tearing every single part of it about. I said, if the new X-Files comes on and it's nowhere as good as it could be, and they change things, Tash will tear that episode apart bit by bit. If I concentrate,
I've got my fingers limbed up, right?
Exactly. You know, if I concentrate on wrestling like that, I'd constantly say, well, that was a sloppy maneuver. That was wrong. I'd be tearing apart every match and it won't be fun.
Yeah.
So I just sit back and I just watch it for the fun of it now. I don't, you know what I mean? Because I could do a 5-hour video on one wrestling event talking about the lead-ups, talking about the characters, how I think certain things are wrong. Like Charlotte went against Paige last night. And this is the only example I'll use. And basically, there was a bit where Paige was in the ring, but Charlotte was outside the ring with a figure 4 leg lock around her. That technically is a heel maneuver, but heels use. Thingy. Well, Charlotte's not meant to be a heel. So technically, you know what I mean? So there's sloppiness in the characters as well. And there was a bit in the same match where Paige could grab the rope, but she wiggled over, so she wasn't near the rope, even though she should have been grabbing it.
Right, yeah.
You know? So it annoys me when things like that happen. That's why I don't focus so hard on, on talking about it, because if it did, I'd end up ranting and raving about it. I should do Melt's rants about wrestling.
You should be. That would be excellent. I'd love to see that, especially because that's especially like something like wrestling, because obviously I know a lot changes depending on like popular opinion. Like the how popular certain people are and stuff like that. And I know like they make these sudden U-turns, don't they, with some characters, and I can imagine it really pissing off the hardcore fans that are like, that person would never do that or something, Yeah,
exactly. I mean, I remember when Hulk Hogan went to OCW and he turned, everybody was shocked,
Yeah.
It was on the nose, people were that shocked. And it's funny because when I look back at it, I don't ever think it was a bad or good move. I always think it was just one of those things that, it was that time.
Yeah.
It'd be like me saying, for instance, the Big Show should be a good guy or he should be a bad guy, because he jumps back and forth constantly. Because there was a time in careers, if you look back in the 70s and 80s, pardon me, where if you were a heel, you were always a heel practically.
Right.
If you were a babyface, you're always a babyface practically.
Yeah.
Not everybody, but majority of the time.
Yeah.
And sometimes if you're a heel, you still got basically cheered because you were good at it and you were still like a great guy, like people like Ric Flair, for instance,
Right, yeah.
And it annoys me when I think about wrestling now because they change it so much. Like if, for instance, let's say I went in wrestling promotion and I was in a lot of squash matches, which means I'm getting decimated, and it turned out people started like me, I'd start beating those same people. Well, if I'm beating those same people after they beat me years ago or at the same time, isn't that a little bit like, so what was the point in the first place of that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
If I'm gonna do something, I want to be where I'm good at it. You know what I mean? So it does annoy me, and I could do easily rant videos. I could do a rant video, and I could talk about, I could show clips, I could do all sorts of things in it.
Yeah.
But I know if I did that, it would be one of the most annoying things to pull, because I'd be like, this was bad, that was bad, this move here was sloppily done. Because I know how the move's meant to be done and everything, because I've studied wrestling all my life.
Yeah.
So
it's interesting.
Yeah, it would be. It'd probably end up like how your videos have been. It'd probably take ages because it's so annoying. You know what I mean?
It's so cathartic, kind of. It just saps everything out of you, yeah.
And people watch it and they go, wow, it's really tearing that first match apart. It's only been like 40 minutes. What about the rest?
Yeah.
Think about it, there's some really good matches, but the problem is people don't look at wrestling like they're meant to. Wrestling's meant to be an art. It's meant to be an amazing experience. And the problem is, there's always going to be botches. There's always going to be times when people mess up. But there's certain types of things where you watch it and you're like, this shouldn't have happened, but that did. This is slow because that bloke should have been in the middle of the ring at the time, or he should have been there, And I think it's sad that some people end up that way, like how I am, because I think it takes away from the fun of it as much as it should.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's why I just watch it and go, oh.
But how have you been otherwise? Because I know you've had a bit of a rough week.
This week
has been like one thing after the other for you, hasn't it?
Tuesday, the power went out. 12 hours it was out.
Yeah.
Donna got cold, I got cold, so we heated each other up in the only way that a man and woman can. Oh, yeah.
We actually had snow on Saturday.
Did you really?
It didn't settle, but we had big chunks of snow Saturday morning.
We had frost.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on the Friday. So it's similar,
Yeah.
I
was just saying, it's amazing how bad the weather's been, even 6,000-7,000 miles apart,
Yeah, weird, huh? So the power went out, and Mama Joyce, my mother-in-law, she was in the hospital, but she's all right now. She's doing all right, you know, which is good. Donna's been a little bit stressed because everything was happened.
Yeah.
There was a huge tree that fell down, which I cut up.
Yes, you were a lumberjack and you were okay.
And the weirdest part about all of it for me was I was cutting that tree and I was prepared to do it all on my own.
So it's neighbours helping out.
And every neighbour who lived in thing other than the ones opposite over there, right, helped out.
I like the way nobody saw that tree and thought they'd help out. It took you going out there to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
To finally come and go. Nobody came and checked that you guys were okay or that. They just saw the tree and went, yeah, whatevs. And then waited until they saw you out there.
I started cutting that tree on Wednesday.
Yeah.
It was either Wednesday or Thursday. It was Wednesday.
Yeah, it was Wednesday because
the tree is completely gone.
When we were gaming.
The tree now is completely gone.
Right.
It was completely gone yesterday.
But you said that was the one if it was going to cause any trouble, so you shouldn't have any more, like, you know.
No, you shouldn't have any more problems with trees.
Cool. Glad.
Unless the tree goes flying in the air and goes straight through the house.
It just launches, yeah.
You know? But yeah, I mean, it was nice. The one thing I realised was when I lived in England, I had these neighbours because I lived in a, like in a
rough, yeah.
And it was a rough area, but there was like, you had like the bottom ones and you had the top ones, you know, like the one story. I was on the bottom, right? And I remember the kids there used to think I lived in the whole place. It shows you how silly you are when you're a kid, you know?
Yeah.
And I used to go, yeah, I own the whole building. And they'd go, you get off my property, otherwise I'll call the police. And they'd still fucking get on it, so it never works. But anyway. So there'd always be mess outside because of the kids, because people would dump stuff. And I'd always have to walk around my mum's, which was like 12 minutes away, to find a big, massive dump bin. Right?
Yeah.
So I'd end up walking about maybe 10, 12 times, depending on how bad it was. And my neighbours would always walk by me and go, oh, you're doing a great job. See you later. And no one helped. My neighbours helped. They chainsawed, they picked it up, they threw it in their bin, all sorts of stuff.
Yeah. Except for you, that one neighbour who's bitching at you about, I was going to do that. It's like, well, you didn't.
Oh, he did. He came over and he helped me.
Yeah.
You know, he got a electric one and cut it up even smaller. So he got to do what he wanted to do.
Oh, right, yeah. Cool.
So he was happy. Right.
Yeah, he was happy. He got to contribute.
The best part was I was talking to his son and his son, and I said to his son, so how long you been with your girlfriend then? Because he got engaged to her.
Oh, right, yeah. Cool.
And he thought I said to him, how is your relationship doing? So then he gave me a dirty look and went, yeah, we're all right. And I went, no, that's not what I meant. I meant, you know, how long you been together? And he went, oh, we were dating for 4 months and then I proposed to her.
Right.
And I'm going, 4 months?
4 months? Yeah, they're going to be broken up with 6 months. They're going to be broken up before the wedding.
They've been together for 1.5 years.
Oh, okay.
But I was like, proposed after 4 months? You know, that's crazy. Right?
That's amazing that they've still, but are they like living together and shit? Or?
No, they don't live together. He lives with his mum and dad.
You wait until they move in together. That's when the shit hits the fan.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. In case people don't know, right? Before you live with somebody, you're completely free in circumstances. Yeah. When you live with somebody, whether it's a woman or bloke, things change. Right? Yeah. I'm lucky because Donna's very lenient with me in some aspects when it comes to where I can be and that. She doesn't request me to be right with her all the time. You know.
Yeah, but it is that thing that all of a sudden you're sharing somebody's space. You know, you have to consider it. You know, consider their time and stuff like that.
When Donna told me the other day we might have to have a 1-bedroom place, I was like, nope, I can't handle that.
There's no way that you would.
If I have to have a 1-bedroom place with my wife, I'd fucking jump. I'd probably jump front of a train.
Yeah.
And it's not because I don't love Donna. It's not because I don't want to be with her. It's because I'm just one of those people that I can't be around people constantly.
Yeah.
You know, mental health problems. You know.
Well, I mean, I've had Jane stop overnight. You know, when we've had like a watching stuff evening and that. And now she's been in the living room. She sleeps on the couch, and Like, I'll get up in the morning and she sleeps in, and I'm like having to quietly, in my own home, like, you know, like quietly potter around and that. And I'm like, shit, if this is what it's like when it's just somebody stopping the one night, I would go up the wall if it was long.
Donna always says to me, how long were you up till?
Yeah.
And I always say, no, if I'm up really late, I was it was 3 hours earlier. So if I'm up to 4 hours.
Oh, yeah, completely lie, yeah.
Because every time.
It's like when people question me about how much I've spent on something, and I'm like, this much.
I remember when I was younger, I used to buy so many movies, and my nan would go to me, how much did you pay for it? Oh, they were like 50p each, and there might have been 6.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And you shouldn't have to lie about that stuff, but you need to, because people just judge you.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
My dad constantly would go, what do you pay for that? You know, even when he came down to visit, it would be like, so how much you pay for that? You know, like you say, £5, but it costs like 50 quid or something.
Yeah.
You know,
I'd sit there and I'm like, it's none of your fucking business. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'd be like, enough. Well, why don't you tell me? Because like judging.
If someone says to me, "Oh, I've got this game nice and cheap," oh, how much should you get it for? Because that's different.
Yeah.
You know, that's something. That's another thing. When I was outside, I said, "Oh, what do you do?" And he went, "Oh, I do welding." All right.
Yeah.
Well, no, that pays well, doesn't it? Oh, yeah. Nobody in America. If I said to my dad tomorrow, "Oh, how much you earn?" He'd go, £8.50. Right?
Yeah.
You know, it's not the best job, but I don't mind earning it because it's decent. Right?
Yeah.
You ask an American person what they earn, you know, like if you're looking at the job. You know, like going, well, I'm looking for a job. How much does that earn? You know, like, so I know. They'll completely blank that question and act like you're trying to take money from them.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm not trying to take money from you. I'm just trying to find out so that I can, you know, kind of get an estimate of what's a good pay. You know, people are weird like that over here. You know, I said to Donna about it the other day. Like, Sunday, the neighbour's wife come over.
Yeah.
Oh, Donna gets a bit jealous of because she thinks I fancy her.
Right.
Which I don't. I joke about it, but I don't fancy her at all. Sometimes I say things like, "Oh, maybe Anne could come over."
She only puts up with us two being friends because she thinks I'm a lesbian. So.
Yeah. Right. Well, it helps. Well, it helps every time.
If it helps, yeah, exactly.
It helps when she says to me, "How was Tash's group this week?" I go, "Well, you know, she met a woman. They were caught making out in the corner, and you know."
Just helps keep the illusion going.
I said to her the other day, I said, me and Tash were talking about lesbian experience with the other one the other day, and I got to tell you, I had never realised how exciting it would be to listen to someone talk about that. And she goes, "Did she really?" And I go, "Yeah." And she goes, and I go, "Don't be so silly." You know what I mean? I don't forget what's in England. When I was visiting, my uncle had a young girlfriend.
Yeah.
And I said to her, they want to have a baby, and they want my sperm, right?
Yeah.
I said, "Oh, from a turkey paste." I went, "No, she wants me to shoot in her directly, right?" And she went, "No, you're not going to do it. No. I saw in the can, right?" And I was like, "I gotcha."
Can you imagine when I finally get married to someone, she'd be like, "Wait, I thought you said she was a lesbian."
Well, you know. Let's hope. That'd be great. And I hope I get to go to the wedding, eh?
Yeah, exactly. You
know, they might get married at the same time, but I'm going to be there for...
No, you'll be the one going, you know, when they do that whole, anybody who thinks that these two should not be wed, you'll be like, me!
Can you imagine? Me and Craig go, me! And when they go, what? I go, because destiny.
Yeah. He's not enough of a geek.
Yes. His name's John.
Oh.
I'm only joking. Imagine how weird that would be if you would get married to John. That'd be brilliant.
Oh my god. Poor John is just sat there going, what?
But no.
But no, yeah. So,
you know,
seriously.
I said that to her and she was like, "Oh, you know."
Yeah.
But, no, I find it really weird, you know. Anyway, the neighbour, I was telling about that one night.
Yeah.
So the neighbour comes over and says to me, because they would cut the wood up.
Yeah.
She says, "Some of my friends want to come over and get the wood. Is that okay?" And I said, "Sure." I said, "So they'll be taken." "Okay, thanks," because they were coming over anyway. They're coming over anyway. Why ask me?
Yeah, exactly.
Every time I tell people this, they say one thing to me because they were being polite. But what if I'd have said no and those friends had still come over?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's the yeah, exactly.
And if we hadn't been there, they would have took it anyway. So what was the fucking point?
What was the point? Yeah.
Just take the fucking wood.
Saying about living. Sorry.
Go on.
No. I was cutting off you. Sorry.
No. You go on. I was finished.
No, I was just going to say saying about living with other people and that. Because we were saying about sharing. I still can't believe that about, though, 4 months before proposing. It's like, wow, that's a little
crazy, isn't it? Could you
I think they're going to fall apart once they live together, though.
How long would you expect? How long do you think you'd want to be with someone before they proposed and you'd accept?
Certainly no sooner than a year.
Because you'd need to be around each other a lot, wouldn't you?
Yeah, and like I say, I think you'd at least need to learn, like live together first to know how compatible, like if you can put up with each other.
Yeah.
If you're going to spend the rest of your life with this person, you need to know that you can put up with their quirks of leaving the toilet seat up or squeezing the toothpaste in the middle or what. I'm just coming up with stupid things, but I'm just saying, if you can't deal with their snoring or, something else, then that's something you need to discuss before you go, we're completely, because, obviously once you get married, you're going to live together. You can't not live together up to the marriage and then go, right, we're now living together and you're suddenly in the same space together and you're like, shit, we can't deal with this, because, like you say, you're fortunate because you can go to your room and have your escape and stuff, in the same way that Donna goes off but not everybody is fortunate to have the house that you live in, kind of thing.
Well, it's like my mum and stepdad, they're constantly on top of each other.
Yeah.
Not because they can't stand each other, because I think everybody really needs their own space.
Yeah, exactly.
Some people more than others, you know. My problem, I think, with me when it comes to space is when I was younger, my family always told me to go to my room.
That's the thing.
I practically lived there. And I'm sure you were the same in some aspects. Right?
No, I completely lived in my room. And then, I lodged somewhere when I first moved here in Andover. And I stayed in that room pretty much all the rest of the house was the guy that I was lodging with's house. And I stayed in my room because that was kind of what I'd grown up doing. So I think if I now had to share this place, I'd probably gravitate towards the office, and go, kind of thing.
Well, this is the thing. When I lived at my nan's, I had my room and my dad's room.
Yeah.
The computer was in my dad's room, so I always went in my dad's room.
Right, yeah.
Hey, when he was asleep, I'd be in there masturbating and all sorts of shit, but don't tell anyone about that.
No.
Right? Yeah, I'd be talking to women online, getting off, but dad would be there going,
Yeah.
That bit didn't happen. All right. Well, it did, but we're going to pretend it never happened because that was very creepy. All right. Yeah. But no, in all seriousness, I used to go to my dad's room a lot, and I used to be in my room. But I used to spend most of my time in my room when my dad was in bed.
Yeah.
Because obviously it was unfair on him to be on the computer when he's trying to sleep because of work.
Yeah.
So I used to always be in my room there. When my mum's, I used to always be in my room there. And when I was when I lived on my own, I was always on my own.
Yeah.
Well, when I came in to visit Donna for a month, we wanted to see if we could live together properly, right? And we can. But I could never ever be in a relationship where someone expects me to be around them constantly.
No, exactly.
Because if they did, I'd go mental.
I'd go,
there's times with Donna where I want to strangle her, not because of her, but because of the way I am. And I tell her all the time. I say to her, look, I love you more than anything in the whole world, but I have to have my time alone. And people tell me that's out of line. My cousin says to me that's out of line because when you're married, you should spend the majority of your time with your partner. No. I'm sorry. The key to a relationship is being able to be apart as well as together, because then you enjoy your time together more. Well, the thing is, with Donna, I'm lucky. Donna understands 80% of the time. Yeah. The thing is, I'm a very distant person anyway. When people are very close to me, in reality, I'm very, very distant. Yeah. I love them. I care about them. I want to be around them. But I'm very distant. Yeah. But I'm very supportive. If Donna needs me, I'm there. I'm like, so I'm not that bad, you know what I mean? But my cousin was like, oh, you can't do that, dude. You need to be there for her. And I said, look, if I'm there for all the time, I'll kill her. Because I'd kill anybody I had to live with and be like that. Not because it'd be their fault, but because I need my space because I'm strange like that.
When I've been away with Donna, I've gone, right, I just need to, you know, I need to go get my own space. It's just like, you know, it's that kind of, I mean, I think it's unhealthy to not be able to, and unfortunately you get these couples that go, oh, we're together 24/7. It's like, yeah, no, that's not going to last. Because you need to be able to have your time apart as well as be together.
The thing is, my view of being married, sorry, so I've turned up there. My view is this, that you can be on your own, but you're better together.
Oh, yeah, right? Yeah, exactly.
But you don't force each other on each other. Because unless I was like 80 years old, I can't imagine being with someone all the time.
Yeah, no.
You know,
I'd find that exhausting. I mean, much like we've talked about before, it's, you know, when you're with other people.
You know what it's like when people yatter at you about stuff and you're in your own mode. It's so terrible because you'd sit there the whole time just thinking, please be quiet so I can relax.
And as I was explaining, I said to John on Saturday in your chat with him, I said, you know, give me a subject and I'll be able to talk about it. But general chatter, I'm really, really shit at, if you know what I mean. And I mean, it's one thing like us talking now, but say like if we were like, you know, like just general, I'd be like, after a while, I'd be like, and I just run out of stuff to talk about, you know, unless somebody else is doing the work as well. But obviously, you know, it's not natural for people to constantly talk because, like you say, you want to sit there and watch TV. But I get really subconscious about like awkward silences. Yeah. You know, like say like when like Jane's over when we're watching something, if she's like quiet for a long while and you know like and then she'd like sigh or something, I'll be like, shit, she's bored or something. So then I feel like I have to say something to them. And of course she's not. She's just engrossed in the show. But I get very awkward.
I think a good example is when you and me game. We talk a lot, but at the same time, there's a lot of quiet as well because we're concentrating, we're talking about things, but at the same time, we're just comfortable there playing.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I've apologised to you before, haven't I? Where I've been like, sorry, I'm not talking, and it's like,
I've been like,
I hate it. But...
You better talk, Tash. You better. So if you don't, I'm leaving. And you're like, no.
But you don't. But. I mean, you know when you just worried that you should be talking more kind of thing, but you can't do that 24/7. You know?
I remember years ago, somebody kept yapping at me. And one day I just turned around to him, I said, shut the fuck up. Right? And they were like, what? And I said, shut the fuck up, because I'm going to smash your head on the fucking floor. Right? Yeah. And they were like, oh, is that how you feel, is it? And I went, yeah. Oh, I'm leaving. Good riddance. And they left. And I never ever had to see him again. Right? And I remember after that, I was just like, oh, the pace.
Oh, yeah.
You know? But no. But that's how you get when people just annoy the fuck out of you, you know?
Yeah.
But, you know, I love Donna, and to me, she's my world, you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, without any question.
How I'd kill someone for her if I had to protect her, right?
Yeah.
But how, you know, but there's times you just need that. You need that time.
You need due time.
I've had a lot of issues in my life, you know, a lot of things, a lot of mental health issues, a lot of things have happened to me in my life.
Yeah.
You know, and I know you understand this point more than most people do, you know?
Yeah. Right.
You know, people don't always understand, but when you have these type of feelings and issues in your life, they do push you away from people more.
Yeah.
You know? And it's not just something you can just help. I mean, Donna wants me to go see a psychiatrist. It's probably going to dose me up on drugs and make me brain dead practically, right? Which I don't agree with.
No.
I've seen it with my mum. You know, my mum was violent. My mum was crazy.
Yeah.
She was woo, and now she's like this.
Drool. Yeah.
How you doing? So, you know, I'm like.
Like you say, it's easy for people to go get over it. And like I said, I mean, I've been seeing counsellors for decades.
Most of them don't know nothing.
No, exactly. So...
I've had one counsellor and 2 psychiatrists in my life. The counsellor would have sex with me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was Indian.
Well, I never had a counsellor like that, mind you. I never had a male one.
I have to admit, after not, I felt really bad because I actually wish I had them.
Yeah.
But because that would have been great, wouldn't it? Because I could have said, "Hey, counselling was great." I can say it fucking helps. Get it?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Oh.
At the hospital?
I'm doing all right, but I'm in my chat.
Answering phone calls with Malcolm.
Hold on. What's going on? You're coming home soon. You all right?
Oh, good. It's about his mum-in-law.
Oh, great.
Anybody for a jelly baby? Your rocket's head off.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Watch me torture it.
Well, that's good. Because once you get home, you better relax, you know, and do what you need to do when it comes to your mum. All right, see you later, all right? I love you too. You be careful, all right? Bye. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. That was Donna. Her and her mum coming home, so.
Oh, they are. Oh, she's coming home today.
She forgot about that.
It didn't sound like good news. Is everything okay?
Oh no,
you seemed a bit down.
Oh, well, Mum basically had an argument with someone and hasn't eaten, drank, or done anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and and they're sending her home like that.
That's
it's stupid.
Mind you, as Donna said the other day, she was being a bit of a bitch. So.
Yeah, well, true, but I just wish she'd take care of herself. But people when they get older, they don't, do they?
No, but that's the problem, because then it causes problems for Donna, because it's stressful for her and dealing with it, you know.
Surely though. By Mum acting that way makes her look bad as a carer, surely.
Yeah, no, it doesn't help. Yeah.
Because I've seen Kirsten, I remember when Kirsten still after my nan, the carers practically did nothing.
Yeah, no, exactly.
They'd go up there, they'd go, "Hi, how you doing? Let's clean out your commode," and that was it.
You're barely on camera, by the way.
Hello. and let's microwave you one easy meal.
Yeah. You know what? Now John's not in the thing. You can probably turn your camera around if you want.
Oh, what do you mean? What, here?
Because you used to have it, yeah.
There we go. That's better, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Actually, it's not so bright through the window now, is it? Because it's later in the day now. So.
It's because it's winter.
Yeah.
Winter is coming.
So yeah, no, I'm glad she's coming back. But like you say, you don't need her coming back in that condition. So
no, it's annoying, because as much as elderly people go on your nerves, you do worry about.
Yeah.
It's not that they go on your nerves because you hate them or anything. It's because they go on your nerves because you care about them.
Yeah, exactly. But saying about gaming.
Okay.
Earlier, Sorry, I was changing the subject.
Oh, obviously, that's good. We need to change the subject because we're a bit depressing. So let's get up.
Yeah, we need to.
Come on.
Well, before I say what we're going to say, so today is our first year anniversary of gaming together.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, how did you find that?
I went through my trophies, and you know what? I didn't even think about it, and I looked at Sniper Elite. And it said like, you know what? No, I found out. I've had my PlayStation a lot longer than I realised.
Told you.
And then I realised when I thought about it, I was like, actually, yeah, because of course I bought my second PlayStation controller, didn't I, on Black Friday? So, but no, I went through the Sniper Elite ones, and it said like the first trophies we got were on the 31st of December, and I'm like. that's not right. Because I remember us talking like about your birthday and stuff like that. And I'm like, and then it dawned on me, I was going through my list of games. Guess what I forgot about? Assassin's Creed Unity.
Yeah.
And the first, not the first trophy, but I was going through the list of trophies, and of course there was a trophy, play your first co-op mission, play a single co-op mission, and that was on the 23rd of November 2014. So, so that is our it is our anniversary of gaming together.
Wow! So 2 anniversaries in 2 weeks.
I know, right? It was yeah. Chat anniversary last week, and now gaming this week.
That's crazy.
But I just thought that was really, really awesome, especially because we were talking about like how much has changed for us like within a year, like just friendship and stuff like that. And when I think of like the game, how many games and platinums we've got within that year, it's insane.
It's mental, isn't it?
Especially when, like you say, about when we think of our trophy leaders ranks and stuff like that. Like when you say how many games we played like each year for the last few years, and then in this past year, like I've nearly played like 1,000, gotten 1,000 trophies or something, and you've got like 8,000 trophies in the year or something. It's like,
it's mental, isn't it?
Isn't it weird to think about? It's funny though, because Unity feels so long ago. Because I finished it and then haven't touched it since.
Sniper Elite 3 feels like it was 3 years ago.
I was looking at the trophies. I was like, I don't even remember getting that trophy. And I'm like, wait, what did we do to get that trophy? Like fully upgrade a rifle and do this and I'm like, wait, what? We upgraded rifles? What?
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Exactly.
It's weird, but wow, a year of gaming together.
That's insane.
Wow. It's impressive.
That's pretty awesome. And of course, what I was going to say is we finished Zombie Army Trilogy, technically.
We did.
Story.
We did.
Yes.
And tell me you got that trophy.
I haven't tried again since Saturday.
Oh. Okay. And that's going to, I'll tell you, that's the hardest trophy in that whole game.
That's going to bug the shit out of me, seriously. The dog distracted me, and I tried again, and the dog distracted me, and I got completely fucking pissed off with it. So
you know what it's like. There'll be a time where you just give it a go and you'll do it.
Yeah, I'll do it without even thinking. I mean, much like we did that one mission, and I got up to like 80 odd without even thinking about it. So what's that?
That was my hard drive.
Your hard drive doesn't work.
It keeps saying not recognised. I have to keep unplugging it and plugging it back in.
Oh, has it stopped working again?
Yeah.
I told you it would.
I hate those fucking things. Why can't they be easy? Why can't anything like that be easy? But anyway. Oh, it's gone back in again. So now it's working again. You see? That noise, is it not working? They're working again.
They're working, yeah.
Fuck you! Anyway.
But let's talk about the madness of the final mission of Zombie Army Trilogy.
Let's do that. But before we do that, I want to thank you for a great year of gaming.
No, I want to thank you.
And I want to say, even though I've had many co-op partners in my life, whether they've been for a day or a week, you're the best. And you'll always be the best one, all right?
Thank you.
So
I appreciate it. I'm so lucky to have you as my gaming partner. So.
Thank you. Thank you. We're both very lucky. So.
Even when you're putting up with me moaning at you. So.
That's the best part about playing with a woman, isn't it?
It's great though. You know what? You brought out my feminist side in a way. It's like, I never really considered it, and then you act like a real guy, and I'm like, women deserve equal rights, and I'm like, well, I'm suddenly a feminist. It's like,
there you go. You see. So sometimes I like a guy
fight for my femininity. It's great. It's like
it's brilliant, isn't it? But anyway, last mission.
Yes.
Zombie Army Trilogy. All right. The easiest mission we've ever played. All right.
Yeah.
If you've gone through it one time before, anyway.
Yeah.
It just gets absolutely mental.
That was batshit crazy.
Right. We both struggled quite a few times, didn't we?
Yeah.
Until we figured out there was the preacher and stuff.
Yeah, and then there was that door that you could vote.
Yeah, and then the door and stuff. Well, let's start off. So we start off the mission, right? There's loads of armored guys.
Yeah.
And we were shooting at them even though there was no point. We didn't have to.
Yeah.
And we didn't realise that until a little bit later.
And how do we explain the huge freaking Hitler in the middle of the well?
We'll get that. Actually, you're wrong. It's not the well. It's the hellhole.
The hellhole, yeah. I know. They totally stole that from freaking Buffy. It's like...
Which has teeth.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's just get to the final part for the minute. So, the final part is, as you say, batshit crazy.
Yeah.
Because what happens is you've got to kick in these doors, get these skeleton corpses, like these bodies, which don't make any sense because technically they'd fall apart anyway.
Yeah.
And another part is, why would Hitler have them right there?
Who are they the bodies of is what I want to know.
Then you have this massive, I reckon one was Himmler.
Yeah, one's Goering and one's Goebbels. Yeah.
Yeah, or they could have been all three of the main villains at the other 3 games. It's possible.
But I still want to know what was all the deal with, like, our ghost figures and that kept turning up everywhere else. And our bodies being,
That was creepy.
Bloody Hellraiser style.
But there was this big
game, we can explain, this game is very messed up. Like, the people that fought this game, there's something very wrong with them.
This game has a massive Hitler pop-up, right? Yeah. And if you're lucky, he hits his own people to help you move.
I know, that was brilliant.
So basically, what happened was Tash was getting the bodies.
Yeah.
And I said this.
Cover my back.
I said this. I said, stick with me, kid, and you'll be all right.
Yeah.
Right.
So like, I'll protect the woman.
I was. So Tash kept trying to break her legs by jumping off the side, which actually broke them for like 2 minutes before they'd heal again, and you know.
That was I was played as the fat Russian guy, so he'd land and he's like trying to pick himself back up again.
So basically, you look like a drunk Russian, right? So what always got me was once you threw them in, the pill would disappear.
Yeah.
Right. And I found that out, didn't I, about that last one, because there was a minigun and a whole load of enemies.
Oh,
so
frigging minigunner.
We kept getting killed by that guy.
Yeah.
And people recommend doing landmines, trip mines, but that shit don't work easily.
Yeah, because the kamikazes would run up and blow the shit up before you jumped.
Exactly. So I said, oh, look, there's 2 ways, because we found it.
Yeah.
So I said, I'll keep them distracted. You run around and you go and get the body, didn't I?
Yeah.
And you got the body.
Because I went up the top, remember? And then those people started coming through that door, didn't they? I was like, shit, I'm going to get trapped here with the gunner coming out. But thankfully, you managed to distract them. So
luckily, I tell you, it was stressful.
Yeah.
But the weirdest part has to be that once you beat the Führer, he grabs hold of the little Hitler and then turns into like a stone and drops him.
Yeah.
And then you throw him into the pit, and that's it.
That was great. I picked up Hitler's body and I said to Malcolm, do you want to throw his body in or shall I? And I did it. Poor Malcolm. Malcolm can do it next time we play. But it was just like, so who wants dibs on throwing Hitler's body in the pit, you know?
You know, but it's like I said. I think I said it on one of the chats. I think I said it with John, I think. I said, the thing with those games is it's so easy to get killed and then be spectating.
Yeah.
And I was saying, I think it was John. I said to somebody, I can't remember. And I said, my problem is with that is I think if the person dies you're team with, you should restart because you should end it together if you played it together.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, because I think that's the right thing to do. You know.
Yeah.
That's why I kept going after you and helping you up like you would, mate.
Yeah.
But the game overall, it's messed up, it's fun, but it gets so repetitive.
Yeah.
You know, you end up with just hordes and hordes of zombies, and you know there could be so much better to that game because I'd say the first episode is really, really great.
Yeah.
You know, because you're just getting used to it and all this. Once you play the game for like, let's say 16 hours because you're playing on Sniper Elite, it gets tiring on the whole zombie front, you know, because you want more from it. You know, if you play on Cadet, you can do it in 5 minutes. Hell, we did a couple of them in 5 minutes.
Well, the thing is, was like episode 3, because they were using original maps, they were very small maps.
Yeah.
And you'd end up backtracking a lot through the same areas to then go to somewhere else, to then go forward again, and then to go back again. And you were literally doing the same thing in like this very small, like round area, weren't you? Kind of thing.
It was awesome.
And then backtracking everywhere.
But to be fair, I did enjoy the game a lot. The game, I would say it's the same as Sniper Elite 2 and 3 in my view. I'd say Sniper Elite are more fun in the fact that there's more thinking to it.
Yeah.
But I would say they're technically the same game. I know episode 1 and 2 of Zombie Army Trilogy were originally DLC for number 2, before people say that. I know that. But to me, they're very same in the fact that there isn't any real good storylines.
Yeah.
You know, Zombie Army Trilogy, to me, had no storyline. You got this thing, you were supposed to go against Hitler, you were supposed to beat Hitler.
That's the thing, even if you watch those prologue videos, you're still just like, so what's the whole deal with the Fifth Element thing?
Yeah, exactly. You know, so I would recommend the game if you like zombie shoot-ups and you've got a friend you can play with, especially if you've got 3 friends. You know, because it seems to be a lot easier with 3 other people.
Yeah.
Unless you're me and Tash, and Tash ends up spectating, and I end up getting basically killed because nobody wants to help me.
Oh, those other 2 gits, honestly, it was just like. Well, it didn't help they kept shooting you, and the git that was running was the host of the game had set on a turned off friendly fire, so.
Hate those people.
Just like, and then he just started shooting you. Oh, we were right where we needed to be, and they were just stood there, kept shooting people. It's just like, no, get back here. Just.
You know, it was ridiculous, but I did enjoy it, and we are going to play it.
Yeah.
Well,
you will. But
I think you will. I just can't believe it's so hard to get the combo. I think the reason I got was because you were luring them really well.
No, I wasn't, but it helped.
It helped a lot, you know. Yeah. Plus, the key to it is to just keep using the shotgun.
Yeah.
You know, because even if you don't kill them, it still counts. But you don't get a combo.
But there's not enough shotgun ammo. That's the problem.
Yeah, this is true.
There's not enough shotgun ammo to do that, you know, constantly. So, I found it an amazing game in that, like, especially because I've played something like Call of Duty Black Ops, where you've got your normal mode and then you've got your zombie mode, and they're pretty much the same thing, just with. Whereas this was so different to like Sniper Elite, like you're saying. Like, I mean, I prefer Sniper Elite in that I like the strategy thinking stuff, you know, kind of thing. But I mean, just the genius, like, messed up stuff that was in this, like in Zombie, like, because when you think of like even that image of those bodies, like javelin to the wall, and then you had the head with the knife through it pinning it.
Well, what about the bodies that were moving on the javelins and pulling themselves off, and the skeletons coming from the ground bit, animating off the ground.
And that freaking room where everything was floating and upside down, and there was some just amazing, disturbing imagery that had actual thought. I mean, yeah, there was not like. They were very limited on character models. I mean, especially that one guy that turned up everywhere.
Well, you know what? You know what it felt like to me? At times I felt like I was in like the German Hellraiser. Yeah,
it was very much like that. I actually looked more like the Hellraiser world than the actual Hellraiser world should have. It did look like in the movie, you know.
What would you rate the game out of 10?
Out of 10? I've really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed it as a co-op experience. I think even if I'd played it on my own, I think I still would have enjoyed it just as a good zombie game. Certainly better than what, say, something like Resident Evil has been in previous years, recent years, sorry. I did get a little sick of the whole horde thing because it does get very repetitive. And it feels a shame that they don't really change it up with the styles of zombie until like the 3rd episode. you know, with the chainsaw, with the armored guys, with, you know, stuff like that. That doesn't happen until quite late. I think if that had happened the way, like changing it up every now and then from the beginning, I think it would have been a lot more varied. But I would easily give it 8 out of 10 because I genuinely enjoyed it. I think it's a little flawed in that I didn't enjoy it as much as, say, Sniper Elite. Just because I don't like that. I think it's more one you should play with friends, certainly.
I think
especially,
if you play a single player, you should think of it more as an arcade game.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, don't come on, sorry.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. I just think it's something more that you can have as a laugh with friends. But yeah, it was just an interesting, for something that when we saw it advertised, like when we were playing Sniper Elite, I really didn't think of it, and I think we both looked it up and didn't see really any reviews of it or anything, and it just seemed a bit tacky at the time, didn't it? Looked a bit tacky, and we were like, yeah, whatever. And I'm so glad we played it. I'm really glad. I'm glad, you know, we found it and we're just like, let's give it a try, especially because it was on deal. So.
Well, it was on deal for you.
Yeah.
I'd fair bloody fortune.
Yeah.
I want compensation.
I feel so bad now, yeah.
No, it's also, if I had to rate it out of 10, I'd probably give it a 7.
Yeah.
Personally, and I'll tell you why. Because I think the problem with it is it'd be a fun single player to play.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think it'd get very annoying.
After the first episode,
you'd be like, yeah, this is a great arcade game, but like all arcade games, you're not meant to complete it.
Yeah.
You know,
I think if I hadn't played it with you, I was considering saying 7, but I think I enjoyed it enough to go 8, you know.
You know, if I hadn't been gaming with you and doing a co-op, it'd be a lot less.
Yeah. I probably would have only given it a 6 if, you know.
Because the game's great, but it's great when you can make fun of it and talk about it while you're playing.
Yeah.
I couldn't play the game on mine because I'd get bored shitless. A game like Sniper Elite and 8, you can play them easily on your own. You don't want to because you can have a partner.
No.
But you can easily play them on your own because you can think about what you need to do.
You can think about it and, plot and,
Exactly. You know, and it's not unbearable. But when you've got like 300 zombies coming towards you and you're on your own, you've only got a certain amount of ammo, you're fucked.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, I'm trying to get this one trophy at the moment to get, you know, that 170 like combo, and I'm just like, whatever it is.
And it has to be a headshot.
Yeah, I know. And I'm like going round, and I'm just like, oh, for goodness. And I'm finding it really boring just to go around on my own. Now, it could be because we've done that level a couple of times now, but I was just going around going, oh, for goodness sakes. It's like, you know, so I can imagine that I think if I was, you know, I mean, and that's the easiest level. I think if I was doing the other levels with like constant gunners and stuff, I'd be absolutely just freaking fed up, so.
Well, I think on Wednesday, we'll get all the gold bars and the bottles as well, so we'll be all right on them.
Yeah.
And I'll look at the survivors when we get to the third one. That way we'll have all 3 of them done.
Yeah.
And I think I'm going to try and get my 5-for-1 kill on those flaming guys at one point.
Yeah. And I think, you know that one chapter we played with the summoners at the very beginning? I think that's worth doing a few times to rack up our summoner kills.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right on that one. The most annoying one's the hold one. And to be honest with you, I don't like that one because
I don't like the hold.
Because you've got to get the most points. You've got to get the most medals as well.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm not saying that's impossible, obviously, but it's difficult when
you got it. Yeah.
No, it's difficult because you have to, because the other person needs to be careful where they shoot because they could get more points easily when they're surrounded.
Exactly. Yeah, you can't get like the headshots and stuff.
But to be fair, I did earn that time because I was the only one left for like 3 rounds.
Yeah, you were. You totally earned that. No, I wasn't debating the fact you earned it because you did earn it. But
you know, that's what happens when you're the greatest gamer for ever lived.
But that level, those horde sections, I mean, even that one when we got to that point where it was like, no, we both need to be working at it, you know, because I got the head start, didn't I? And then it was like, let's both go for it.
It got
ridiculous.
I I mean, it was like 3 waves, wasn't it? And I would stand back, and you'd basically kill the people.
Yeah.
And then when it gets to the 4th round, it's ridiculous because you get all those armored guys. And
I love it as well because it goes. They call it wave, but actually you get about 6 waves within the course of that one wave. Yeah. So it's like
F off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and even though that's a relatively big area, you get absolutely. That area is a lot bigger, certainly, than the chapel area, and you just get absolutely pinned.
You don't. There's a way of going around, isn't it?
Yeah.
In that area, but you've got to have them all coming that way in order to get around properly. It's ridiculous, you know. I mean,
in fact, we can't even get past. What was it? Wave 5, 6?
Hell, yeah. Wave. I think it was wave 5.
I think it was 5, yeah.
But it's like all good maps, you know. Eventually, you find out the little knickknacks that you can do to get around things. Like, I killed the super mutant.
You beat the chapel one, so we got to be able to do it at some point.
I killed the super mutant in Fallout with just a handgun.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
You know that one that comes out the water?
Yeah.
You
got Swan? No way.
I got a Swan. You right? Do you know how it happened?
Yeah.
He popped up. You know that little fence area bit? You know the bit where the thing is? He followed me around, and I took Radex, which stops the radiation.
Yeah.
And his head was in that little, there's like that, what do you call it? It's like that little building thing, you know, where the gap is. You know where it is? You know the bit I mean, didn't you? Where the boat
Right,
is.
Yeah.
He was standing right on the other side of that, and I was shooting him in the head over and over and over. And he was moving back and forth. Because I was going like that. I was going like that, and he just kept moving like that.
Nice.
And I shot him, I took him out.
Show off. No, I love it because have you got Strong as your companion yet?
No, I got no companions yet other than the dog.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I got Strong as my companion, and it's great because I reached maximum relationship level with him, and it was like, what was it? Strong admires you, and then it was like Strong idolizes you. That was it. I was like, and then he did this whole speech, and then I got the trophy, lovable trophy, and I was like, oh, he idolizes me. I was like, oh, that's so sweet. Only I would make friends with the ugliest git in the whole game.
Well, there's one where you can. There's one where you befriend a robot.
Yes.
And that robot ends up becoming a person.
Oh, really? I didn't know you could.
And you can have a relationship with it.
I'm getting fed up with the freaking simps at the moment. They're annoying me.
But yeah, I killed Swan. It was quite simple.
That's excellent.
I went on. I don't know if you've done this mission yet. I'm sure you have because it's for the Brother of the Still.
Right.
You have to find a recon tank.
Yeah, I did that. Yeah.
And you're following them around, and you got these mutants, right? Yeah. And they fucking kill me with that fucking nuke constantly.
Oh yeah.
I kill them. I kill nearly everyone there, and the one with the nuke gets me every time.
The one with the yeah. Is this at the relay station with the satellites? Yes. That was a nightmare area for me. I was just like, oh.
I was killing them. I was mowing them down with the minigun.
Yeah. Right? Hello, John.
Hi, John. I thought that was the easiest thing to do.
Yeah.
But the one with the nukes, I can never see him, and then boom, I'm dead.
And then boom. Yeah, exactly.
You know. But yeah, the Swan kill took me about 10 minutes.
Swan, I remember the first time.
Those foxy throws at you.
Yeah, I know. Boom. The first time I saw him, I was like, because he was in the water, and when I did the VATS, it came up saying like green. So I was like, oh, he's friendly, and Donna's like, he's probably showing green now, and then was like, so I like jump in the water, and I'm like, oh hi, la 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 la, and then he jumped up, and he's this friggin' huge git, and I'm like, and he starts throwing shit at me, and I'm like, okay.
In case people wondered, the hack for killing Swan when you get the thing.
Oh, sorry, John.
Oh, charming. Thanks, John. Tash, you're always talking to an ugly git in the chat. Well, anyway, the thing with Swan, right, is you need to take Rad-X because it's very radioactive in that area where I got it.
Yeah,
Because what's supposed to is you're not meant to be there because it can kill you because it was taking my life quite quickly.
Yeah,
But if you take Rad-X twice at the right times, you can easily kill him with him being like that because he doesn't get stuck, but he thinks he can get you through the thing, even though he can't because it's a game kind of glitching thing, you know? Even though if you move, he'll run around and get you.
Oh, right,
you have to get in there just the right time, right?
There's a mission you do for the Minutemen at the castle, where you have to kill this Queen Murloc, and she's about the same size as like that picture and Swan, and I used like a mini nuke on her and like 3 missile launcher missiles on her, and the thing that finished her off was a bloody bottle cap mine. I was like, oh, I wish I'd known this. Look at this ammo I've wasted on her.
It's funny because I was watching the game. I was watching someone game. I can't remember. I think it was when I was looking at videos of things that were in the game.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to miss anything possibly.
Yeah.
You know, and this guy was killing these super mutants with nukes just in one shot.
You don't get enough nukes. I don't know where these people get. They must be buying them, because.
And I think I tell you what I think. I think it's when your level gets to a certain level that you can kill them in one go, because
there's a perk for it. I think so.
Because I kill goals now with one shot.
Oh really?
Yeah, because I'm like level 15. Or something.
Yeah, I mean, I will say my hits have gotten better. You know, like more powerful. So it might be that because I'm like level 20, I think. I've not been playing it so much. So
I'm gonna share play with you when I want all the settlement bits done. So you can do it for me. Because there's no way I'm doing that, so I'll let you do that for me if you don't mind.
Oh, I got the trophy for being in with 3 settlements. So.
Will you do that for me when I get to it?
What? Do the settlements?
Yeah, you know, do the building because
Oh, the building bit. Yeah. Because I got the trophy as well for using like 100 crafting things or something. So
because there's no way I could do that. I just ain't got the patience for it.
I still can't believe so few people have gotten the home run trophy. That's the funniest thing for me.
I got the touchdown trophy the other day where I got hit with the
nuke. You did? Oh, you got the same as me. Yeah, where you get blown up and it gets a trophy.
Was it in the same area?
I don't know. I don't know where you got it. So.
I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, I got it at the satellite area.
No, it wasn't there.
I was like, where the fuck am I getting a trophy for being murdered?
I got it like central Boston, like near the baseball stadium. So.
Sorry, Malcolm, I have to. It's okay, John. It's okay. I understand.
But how are you finding Fallout now? You've gotten a bit further through it.
You know, I play a couple of hours every now and again because it's that type of game where you can't play it every day.
That's like I'm playing it like a couple hours here and there, especially at the moment where like you keep dying. Like I've got these I'm trying to go to this vault at the moment, and there's a load of simps like these assaultrons, and they keep fucking killing me straight away.
Oh, excuse me. I just. You know, I'm doing the same missions over and over again for the Brotherhood. You know, collect this, kill this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, it's
I love it when you go to the Minuteman guy, Preston, and he's like, and you're like, I've done this, and he's like, oh, go there. I've got something else to give you. Go there. It's like, oh, for goodness sake.
Yeah, he does it, and it's almost the exact same woman talking, saying the exact same thing to you.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Did you and Donna get more into Assassin's Creed last time? No, because what I put it on, and halfway through the first mission, she fell asleep.
Oh, really? She was that enthralled by it, was she?
She was so tired from, the hospital and stuff.
Oh, with the hospital and that, yeah.
And I just turned it off. I was like, what's the fucking point? I was like, I'll turn it off and she can go to bed.
Yeah, because you've played it. So.
I don't like gaming for like 10 minutes. I like gaming for a couple of hours at least.
Yeah.
But going back to Fallout, I like it. And I find it because I found a few magazines.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going around doing this stuff, but I am getting a bit. Fallout 3 and Skyrim hooked me. I could play Skyrim for. I remember when me and Donna were talking online. I'd turn the laptop and I'd play Skyrim for about 6 hours a night while we talked.
Yeah.
Right? Fallout, I struggled to play more than 2.
Yeah.
Because it just hasn't got that same feel.
I remember spending like big chunks, solid time playing like New Vegas and Number 3 and that, and I'm like, I'm not having the same feeling with this. And you know, I said to you the other day, I saw Angry Joe's review, and so many of the problems he brought up, I was like, this is exactly my problem. I'm so glad other people are recognizing the problems with it. It's just like,
you know, I mean, the game's okay, but it just feels more like it's a PC game.
yeah.
And I know people are going to go, it is on the PC, and it is, and it started on the PC. But
yeah,
you know, I want something with nice graphics.
Yeah.
Tash, did you get your old movies you mentioned on Saturday?
That was not me. Are you messing with me, John? Seriously? That wasn't me. You said that on Saturday, and I said that wasn't me.
Oh dear.
I don't know if he's joking around or.
He's got a bump on his head. He's forgetting stuff.
Yeah. That was 7 other people that don't realise that you can buy them cheap already.
Because obviously you won't know that, Tash.
The fact that I own them and have reviewed one of them as well is.
Talking about that, actually, Black Friday's coming up.
Yes.
And Black Friday's always started over, and they're all shit.
Yeah.
A box I pre-ordered, which I pre-ordered at $109, has gone down to $80.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which I'm happy about. I'm like, woohoo, yeah. There we go, dance. Ooh. Well,
I was looking on Amazon, and there's not really all that much. They're like Black Friday week, and I was like, okay, let's have a nosy. And I was like, that's unimpressive.
But all the movies are all movies you can get cheap anyway, like Conan the Barbarian,
exactly.
The 2011 one. I went for $5 when it wasn't Black Friday, and guess what? It's $5 on Black Friday.
Well, there's a load of new merchandise on the Fox store, X-Files merchandise on the Fox store, and some of it is discounted in the. They've got like a Black Friday sneak peek deals.
Yeah.
So yeah, so some of them are discounted, but they've only got like $5 off them, and I'm like, well, that's not much of a deal, is it?
Oh, okay, $5. Because when I said that, I thought you were going to say you were going to break the bank. I was like,
oh, I probably will anyway, but because oh my god, you've got to see the Christmas baubles.
Oh no.
You got to see these. These are brilliant.
Oh, John said it was my mistake. Sorry about that.
Okay.
And I'll ask you again next.
Did you get her? You gotta see it. These are. I saw this. I was like, I gotta have this hanging on my Christmas tree. Yeah, there you go.
It's only 2.
No, I think it's 1.
1 for $14.
I know, but I was like, look at this. I gotta have this.
Fucking hell.
You should have seen me when I saw it. I was like, I was just like, oh my
And by
god.
the time it gets to you, it might be broken.
I know, right?
And my hard drive's still making noises.
It's still going off. It was like, but I love they've got a load of stuff.
Hold on, what's that? Is that X-Files vibrator?
No. But I want the
one.
beanie. I gotta have the beanie.
What else is there? Let's have a
Look at this beanie. Look at this
I
reversible
like that.
beanie.
I like that, but to me that should be like $14, $15.
Yeah, I'm not happy about paying $30 for it, but I think that's epic. I must have that.
Let's just get this clear. You're not happy, but you will.
Yeah, I know, right? It's just like.
To be honest with you, it doesn't really matter because it works out cheaper anyway because of the whole currency rate.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna get the mug for $9.99.
I will probably get the mug, and I will probably get the pint glass.
What else is on there? Let's have a look.
I want the lanyard, which is on deal at the moment.
What is that? Is that a bag?
It's like a
portfolio case.
Like a case, yeah. I don't like the shitty field agent cap.
Yeah, that's boring. Oh, and you got that Scully one.
Yeah, I got the Scully one and I got the Mulder one as well. I've got this T-shirt. I love the T-shirts, but because they've got like some hoodies, but they only do up to XXL, and I wear triple XL, and I'm like, well, look at this glow in the dark like long sleeve t-shirt is amazing because it's got like, you know, like a handprint on the yeah, and it's got like a handprint on the shoulder, on the back, and trust no one down the sleeve, but they only go up to double XL, and I'm like,
oh, what bullshit.
And it's slim fit as well.
The same thing happens with me with the wrestling shirts. I go, oh, I really like that, and it's 2XL.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Go back down again so I can say. Please. Oh, look, you can get that key ring, which could be just put a D on it.
I don't think that's. Yeah.
I don't know why, but I keep moving my mouse thing down. Like
I know you're automatically like.
Let's have a look.
Do you like that hoodie?
Oh,
this makes me laugh. This makes me laugh. This skirt with the X logo on, it's just like, oh my god, seriously.
What was it? Oh, are you gonna get that skirt?
No. Wait, look at the length of that. I'd be lucky if that came down past my lady bits. It's just like.
If I was looking and I wore that, I'd be like easy access to the UFO site.
You know what they're doing though? They're doing the shitty Blu-rays in individual sets for $30.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Well,
with that crap artwork. Look at that artwork.
We've got a couple of comments.
Oh, yeah.
Are you still grabbing 2 hard drives on Black Friday, Malcolm? I may, though, John. I'm not sure yet. Depends. I might pick up one.
I got X-Files logo boxes.
Oh. Oh, dear.
But you are gonna, because they have got some on Amazon at the moment in Black Friday week deals.
Yeah, I might get one. I'm not sure yet. And if there was a Jim Carter beanie for $40, man, would you order 3? Well, it would depend on the. It actually depend on the design. You know, if it was a basic shitty design, I wouldn't. I mean, the X-Files one to me is a fairly decent design.
Yeah.
It's not just like shit. You know what I mean? Like it's not just an X.
Yeah, no, if it was a shit design, I wouldn't be interested.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if the Jim Carter one was like that, then I wouldn't be interested either. But if it was like red and it had like the artwork and that, and then stuff on the other side, yeah, I'd buy one. You know, how I bought the Fargo one, and I don't even like Fargo that much. So you know,
you only bought it as a joke.
I did. I only bought it as a joke, and it was a joke that still keeps going.
I know, right? It's great.
The joke that never dies, but the person probably gets irritated about it every fucking time.
I can't believe they're charging like $17 on sale for Bob's Burgers magnets.
I think that's ridiculous. Oh, talking about Black Friday, I've already bought stuff in Black Friday.
You're kidding, really?
I've already bought 50 wrestling DVDs.
You know what? I have seen how many?
50.
Fucking hell. Are they on, you say on deal?
Yeah, they're off price. I went on Ring of Honor's website and they had to do it early. So maybe on Black Friday, they decided to do it like a week early.
Yeah.
So I said to Donna, fuck. Right?
Yeah.
So she said, okay, don't worry about it. So I bought 23 off of them. Right. Then High Spots have a sale going on till December the 1st. And they've got Pro Wrestling Guerrilla DVDs.
Yeah.
On sale. So I bought 27 of them. Right. Now I'm waiting for Dragon Gate USA and Evolve to put their deals up so I can buy their Blu-rays and that. And Donna said to me, she said, well, you won't buy anything in Black Friday. I went, I'm not buying movies. I said movies. I didn't say not wrestling.
I didn't specify. Yeah, exactly.
If you remember, what I said in the last chat was I might get some wrestling DVDs.
You did say that you would probably get wrestling DVDs.
Because I buy these, because what happens is when you want to release their, wrestling DVDs in these crappy cases now.
Yeah.
So what I do is I wait for them to be reduced to like $7.50.
Yeah.
And then I buy a whole load of them because if you become a ringside member, you get an extra 15% off of their sale.
Yeah. So
what happens is instead of it being 35%, it works out at 50% off.
Right, yeah.
So what I do is I become a ringside member, I buy like 17, 18, 20 at a time. And then what I do is I then don't quit the ringside because I don't need to buy it anymore. Right. And then when the next sale's on, I do it again. Because I care about the wrestling, but I'm not going to pay like $25 for a shitty cover like this.
For that? Yeah, no, exactly.
So I basically bought a whole load of them, and I'm waiting for Dragon USA put theirs up. Because if they do, I'll probably buy Shimmer, I'll probably buy Shine, I'll probably buy Evolve, Dragon Gate USA, and I'll probably buy their Blu-rays.
Right.
You know. So yeah, I bought them so far.
Cool.
The Ring of Honor one should come this week. What I'm going to do is once I get them all, I'm going to just do a update with you.
Right. I was thinking about Black Friday because, of course, I've been saying that I want to look out for an Xbox One. I certainly don't want to get like the Blu-rays and DVDs that I got last year because I spent way more than I had the money for, or that I probably should.
Surprise, surprise! I bought you an Xbox One. It should be there tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right.
But you know what? I was looking at it and I was thinking about it, and I thought about it, and I was like, the problem is like, you know, like we were saying on Saturday, that I've got the X-Files Blu-rays coming out in a couple of weeks. We've got games coming out next week, and I thought about it, and I was like, actually, it's a lot of money, and with Christmas coming up, I don't think I'm going to be able to certainly put towards an Xbox One. So I think an Xbox One I might consider buying like in the new year if I can find one nice, you know, January sales or that. But I don't think I'm going to be getting anything Black Friday.
Before we continue, take care, John. Talk to you soon.
Oh, take care, John.
No, you don't need to. An Xbox One, you know, you can get one, right?
Yeah.
But it's not saying you'd be in a rush for. I mean, if you think about like you and me gaming on it.
Yeah.
We've got so many on the PlayStation at the minute where you could wait for the next Black Friday if you wanted to.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? It depends on how much you want it. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, it's that kind of thing I was thinking about. I was weighing up and I was like, I still got lots on the PlayStation that I play. I've still got games on Xbox. You know, I've got the 360. I've got games on the 360 that I still, you know, haven't gotten to playing. I think priority-wise, you know, I'm more worried. I'd rather worry about getting, say, like, you know, like the games that we can play together on the PlayStation, and, you know, getting the X-Files Blu-rays and stuff. They need to be my priority. And with, like I say, with Christmas coming up, I would rather say, right, no, I've got money to spend on people's presents and that, than go shit. And you know, I'm in debt. I'm in debt as it is, so I really shouldn't be spending money that I can't.
More than what you do.
So as boring as it is, I might see if there's any games on deal, but other than that, Black Friday I think this year is certainly going to be a quiet one for me. So I may have to hold myself back. You know, I'm going to be sat on Amazon going, "What deals are on?" You know. You're
going to be sitting there. You're going to go, "Oh, this deal," or no. Basically,
like, but I really want
one. All I'm going to say is Tash is probably one of the biggest liars I've ever met right now.
Yeah.
Because I know what's really happening here. There's excuses being made because she wants to buy all that X-Files stuff.
Yeah, I want to buy all that X-Files stuff.
Do I buy an Xbox One or do I spend it all on the X-Files stuff? I'll pretend I can't on the Xbox One so I can buy the X-Files stuff. And then what I'll do is slowly through the year, I'll show bits of them. Oh,
you want that?
Let's have a look. Oh, okay, yeah. Very funny. Very funny.
I saw it and I was like, maybe I should get that for Malcolm for his Christmas present.
Oh dear. I can see it now. Maybe one way of Elle's kitchen cap on.
I can't believe they normally charge $25 for that.
That's ridiculous money. They
have got the following projector light, so
weird. But you know, to be honest with you, I got the Xbox One, right?
Yeah.
I know it's one of those consoles I'm barely gonna play.
Yeah.
Unless I get exclusives on there, or some reason there's a game over we're gonna play that we can't play on the PlayStation.
Yeah.
I can't imagine playing it that much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing because there's more achievements on the Xbox than there is actually on the trophies.
Yeah. Oh, there is, because I know, like, with Portal, certainly, you know, or other games, you know, like games that I've played on both, Walking Dead, Season 1, I played on Xbox originally, and I know there are trophies on that somehow I don't have, even though I played the whole game, achievements, sorry, whereas obviously trophies, I easily got platinum without having to do anything extra. So I think it's interesting that, like you say, there are more achievements than there are trophies on games.
What I'm doing this year when it comes to Black Friday.
Yeah.
Is I'm just buying Western DVDs, I think.
Yeah.
Because I can buy it.
Well, especially now you're ISOing and stuff, and you're getting rid of stuff. And you're trying to save money. So.
You know, Christmas is coming up, and I've got to think about other people, and
yeah.
You know, I've got to think about, you know, certain
situations
things.
And yeah.
You know, I've got to think about everything I'm going to do. You know.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I was thinking about of all the things I own, there's one thing I won't ever want to get rid of. All right, when it comes to movies and TV and shit.
Yeah.
Right? And it's my wrestling collection. I can never imagine myself getting rid of it. It's weird because I always put on the back to whatever I've got.
Yeah.
But when it comes to getting rid of stuff, I can never get rid of my wrestling collection because it means more to me than every other thing.
Yeah. No, yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, which is really weird, you know.
No, it's not, because that's your passion. So
it's just weird, you know. It's one of those weird things I never realised until last night.
Yeah.
But yeah, the thing is with Black Friday is it's easy to get in trouble.
Yeah.
You know,
I did it last year easily. I saw deals and was like, grab, and was like, oh shit, I've spent this much.
I was on PayPal last night and it offered me credit. So
right,
when I bought some movies, not movies, but I bought the Western DVDs. It said, oh, you can get credit not have to pay anything for 6 months.
Yeah.
And I almost signed up for it and I went, no, don't do that because you know what'll happen. You'll end up in trouble, then your wife will get pissed off with you, you know.
Yeah.
So I just paid it outright because I think that's the best thing to do.
Technically, I still haven't even paid off my PlayStation 4.
Oh, really?
Really?
How much is left to pay, or if you don't mind me asking?
No, well, it's not. The problem is because I got it on catalog, didn't I? And then I got like my armchair, and then my vacuum broke down, and then I had to pay for a new one and stuff. So my catalog bill racked up, and unfortunately, you start paying money off, but of course they charge you interest, don't they? So if you've only paid off like 50 quid in the month, and then they take like £35 interest, actually you've only paid like £15 that month. So
I remember.
It's ridiculous. So actually, I still owe like £700 or so on the catalogue. So
well,
then I've got a credit card bill as well that I got to pay. So
how did you get a credit card?
I regret it now. I love it. What I hate even more is when they keep going like the catalogue. What cracks me up with the catalogue is I owe them money and they're like, "Oh, we'll give you more credit." It's like, no, don't do that, you idiots.
Well, Giacomo, you know Giacomo, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I had a credit of over 20 grand on their site.
Really? Yeah.
And at one point, I owed them about 6 grand.
Mm.
And I pay it off, and I'd pay off like 100, and then put like 150 on.
Yeah.
Right, and I called my wife, so I said, how can I pay this off? If every time I pay 100, you put 150 quid on. It's no responsibility. After I made it done, her mum paid the whole thing off for me.
Really?
Because the deal with her mum at the time was this: if you don't go back home and you stay here,
you say it,
I'll pay off. And I said, I can't stay here because I have to see my family and I have to say goodbye to them.
Yeah.
If you stay here, I said, I can't do that. I said, you have my word that I'll come back. But I can't, you know. So they helped me, thank God, which was really nice for her mum and her to help me.
Really,
you know? I could have come out, I could have wanted to have sex and just left, you know?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Guys are that way, you know?
Guys, yeah.
You know, I tell you something, it would have cost me a fortune to, don't know, would have had to been worth it to pay like over $1 grand to get here, wouldn't it?
Yeah, to get there, yeah, exactly.
I'll take that.
There are easier ways to get sex than
exactly, you know? Oh, it'd be cheaper to go near drug den to go, if you want a $5 for that, okay, here we go. You know? But anyway, and no, I've never thought about doing that in case people ask.
No. Exactly.
I'm a classy guy, all right?
Yeah.
Well, that's debatable, but I won't do that. Anyway.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't like catalogue companies because they always get you to more and more and more, you know?
Yeah.
I bought PlayStation Vita off them, and I paid them back. And I had life insurance. If I died, my family would get over £1 million. You know, if I died certain ways.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that built up like crazy. It was only £7 a month, but when it ended up being like 800.
Yeah.
So you know, because they don't tell you they put interest on it.
No, exactly. It's so easy though to rack up the debt, and the thing is, you know, I was thinking, I was like, oh, I'm expecting my Halloween refund sooner or later, sometime this year, hopefully. And I was thinking about it, and you know, I had so many plans for what I would do with it when I got it back. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get a new microphone. I'm gonna get this. Then I was like, oh, well, maybe I'll get a Xbox in Black Friday. And I was like, actually, I could probably just put that towards bills, or you know, I might use some of it, obviously, to buy myself something. You know, like I say, I got the games coming, I got the Xbox coming. But at the same time, I gotta think I really need to pay some stuff off because it's getting ridiculous now to be in that debt.
The key is to get rid of all your debt and then treat yourself.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I want to do. So I need to be responsible because I've had, you know, especially now, you know, before the next convention kind of thing. I want to be able to clear that debt.
Hold on.
Oh, the wifey's home. Wait, I bet you. Oh dear, does not sound good.
Sorry, that was Donna and her mum coming up.
I'm glad they made it back.
Huh?
Glad they made it back.
Oh.
Sounded like somebody was shouting though.
Yeah, Donna was going to get her mum because she was being destructive and wasn't and closing her eyes and stuff. So I thought I'd shut the door because I had the door open.
Yeah. All right.
You know, leave them to it and then talk to them.
Yeah, leave them to it. Yeah, you'll get sucked into it.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I want to clear the debt before, you know.
Well, you need to, you know, because
I don't want to keep building up that interest. I want to, you know, I want to pay off money and it actually have an effect on the bill. So, dear. Can hear that even with the door shut. Yeah. Hope everything's okay. But yeah, that said, I really want some of that Xbox merchandise. When all's said and done. I mean, it's really weird now, you know, new series coming out. It's amazing. I love seeing what new merchandise comes out for stuff sometimes. It's, you know, even joking about something like Hell's Kitchen, where they have, like, a baseball cap. You wouldn't think that they, I mean, they've got even, like, MasterChef stuff and that. It's,
please. I am, but you're not cooperating. You're not helping yourself. You're being a butt. Oh, please. Oh, please. I am. We're getting down the stairs. Don't act like a jerk. Stand up straight. Oh, please. Please. Oh, stop it. I don't need any drama queen bullshit. Oh, please. Please.
Sorry about this, guys. I just hope she's okay. Difficult for everybody, isn't it?
Oh, we're gonna have to clear
we got Continuum started this week, and it's amazing how many shows are finishing at the moment because Falling Skies ended earlier in the year, and you know, Haven's the final half of the Haven series has just started here. And I know, like, I think America finished that ages ago, but we're a bit sci-fi are really far behind here. So Haven, and now the final season of Continuum. The Strain just finished here. I don't know if there's going to be more series of that. I haven't even looked it up, but I always love this time of year because you get so many series ending, and then you get like the new lot come in, and you know, you have that crossover time, and it's weird because you get so much stop being on your planner and then suddenly start being on your planner. We got a new series started here tomorrow called Blind Spot. I don't know if that's any good. I'm curious to check it out. I really want to check out The Affair because it's got Josh Jackson in, and Tash needs some eye candy. But Elementary just started here as well, and John Noble, of course, Walter Bishop from Fringe, is playing Sherlock's dad. I haven't seen the first episode yet, but I'm looking forward to checking that out. So, but you can't go wrong with John Noble. He's excellent.
Hello.
You okay? That sounded awful.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to edit that bit out.
Yeah.
Um.
I'm sorry. Do you need to end the chat to be with Donna?
No, I'm alright. Donna's gonna be busy with her mum for a while.
Right.
I've just been away, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Basically what's happening was Donna was calling me because she needed me to help her, you know, the oxygen tank.
Yeah. Oh, was it? Yeah.
And her mum was basically not wanting to move and everything.
Yeah.
So, you know.
It was difficult because I was trying to think what to talk about, and then all I could hear was the screen, you know, like, so I felt so bad because it's when you feel helpless and that, so
Yeah.
I feel bad for you and that, so.
Yeah, I'll probably delete that out.
Yeah.
So if you see a massive cat, you know why.
Yeah. I was just talking about, mind you, it went quiet. I was just talking about new programs and that started here, so.
Oh, anything new?
There's a new series starting tomorrow called Blind Spot.
Oh, we've been watching that. That's been on. It's on its 10th episode.
Is it any good?
It's on its 10th episode tonight, actually. It's okay.
Yeah.
Want me to talk a little bit about it?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, so basically, they find a mysterious woman in like this duffel bag.
Right.
And she's got tattoos all over her. And she basically all have meanings to them, basically for different episodes.
Oh, okay.
Like whether it's going to be a terrorist attack or something. And apparently it's got, what's his name in it? Stapleton, that bloke. Southern Stapleton, or Stapleton Southern, whatever his name is.
Right, yeah.
Australian actor.
Yeah.
He plays Weller. And apparently he thinks she's the girl that went missing when he was a kid.
Right.
And basically there's all this stuff, but she ends up in the field with him, and it becomes one of those procedure of the week kind of things, where it ends up becoming very, very Dark Angel-like in the fact that, you know, the same thing would happen almost every week.
Right, yeah.
Like, they'll go to catch somebody, she ends up ruining it, so the person gets away, and then at the end, she's the one who stops them.
Right, so it's a bit, yeah.
But you might enjoy it. Donna loves it, but I just think it's a bit,
Yeah, that's the kind of, I saw it and I was like, I'm curious. I might check out the first episode, but it's like, I hated Unforgettable. Donna was a huge fan of it, and I was like, no, I don't like it. I just did not get into it at all. So, and as I said to you, I deleted Backstrom off my planner, but yeah, no, so that's starting. Like I say, Continuum, the final season started last week. Elementary started again last week. I said it's interesting, like, this time of year particularly, how much is ending and how much is starting, and that crossover. The Strain finished last week, I think it was. So yeah, it's because Haven is nearing its end as well, and I love Haven. I really do recommend you check it out when you get a chance. But that's coming to its end. And it's weird because there's been quite a few series this year that have finished that I've, especially like on Sci-Fi, like with Falling Skies and no, Falling Skies was FX. Sorry, you know, Falling Skies and Haven and Continuum.
I thought Falling Skies was TNT.
It got shown. It got shown on FX here. So.
Oh yeah, because TNT ain't over there, is it?
No. So yeah, so it's always interesting to see what shows are finishing and what, you know, especially this time of year. So
It's amazing, you know, because I read that Game of Thrones Season 6 coming on in April next year. Game of Thrones starting in April next year.
Yeah, it always starts in April. So
that's what I thought.
It always, I think it's I think it started April 4th this year, so it'll probably be about the same week like next year. So
because I know it always finishes in like June, late June or something.
Yeah, something like that. Because it's like 12 episodes, isn't it? So yeah, so it's like nearly 3 months. So
I think there's a lot of shows on me I want to see. I want to see the new Supergirl show. But I just need to be in the mood to watch them, and the DVR deletes them. When they're off demand, they're not on your save anymore, so you can't. If you record something and it gets turned off demand, it gets turned off the record thing as well.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So I'm just like, fuck it. If the ones I miss, I will just rent them when they come out.
Yeah.
You know?
Supergirl's okay, but like I say, I do get fed up of that whole, oh, my cousin this, my cousin that. It's just like, oh, for the love of crap.
A lot of people have complained about that.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, because they're saying it's too heavy on like shows like Smallville and stuff. You know, like by going on about, you know, like cousin.
Yeah.
Like, oh, does she mean like in Smallville when he was young? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know.
They keep referencing and they keep doing this whole, and I know they're dividing people as well because they're making guys feel awkward. They're making women feel like, you know, like feminism is being shoved in their faces and that. But I don't like this constant thing of, I'm just as strong as my cousin. I can do just the same as him. And it's like, they're forcing the whole women-man thing. And I'm just like, oh, for the love of God, can we just have your own story where, you know, I don't know if I'm hoping that they're doing quite well with it because Jessica Jones is now on Netflix. Yeah,
Netflix.
Isn't it?
Yeah, I saw that. I think Daredevil's in it as well. I think.
Yeah, because it's Cross that they've put it in the same universe. So
I think he's in it.
It's really good.
I'm not sure if he's in every episode or if he's in a few, but I know he's in it.
Yeah, I think he just like cameos. I want to check it out because I did enjoy Daredevil, and I'm hoping that finally we've got a decent female character for something, you know. But apparently it's really good and really just dark and that. So.
Oh, you know, I almost got in trouble the other day.
Oh really?
Well, I saw my Smallvilles.
Right.
And the quality of them was horrendous, and I knew there was HD versions online.
Yeah.
So
did you get in trouble?
No, I didn't get in trouble, but I could have. All right.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not going to have the ISOs if they're blurry.
Yeah.
You know, I look at the online versions, you know, the HD versions, they look beautiful.
Really? Yeah.
So I just took them and I'm getting rid of the DVDs, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. If you had the chance and Blu-rays weren't counting, you could have better quality, you'd take it.
Oh, God, yeah.
All
well,
right.
Donna went to me today. She said, oh, X-Files is finally on Netflix. And I'm thinking, shit, that's typical. You know, 2 weeks before the Blu-rays come out. So I went on Netflix. I thought, oh, that'll be good. To get me in the mood for the Blu-rays, I'll check it out in HD. It'd be nice to check out. Went on there. Turned out it's not actually on Netflix. She must have got confused. Maybe she heard the American one.
It's been on American Netflix for nearly a year.
Yeah, I know, right? But she seemed to be under the impression it's now on Netflix, and I went on there, and it's not. It's definitely not.
Maybe she was looking. Maybe she was on Facebook or something. It said that.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's probably been talked about elsewhere, and she was like.
You know, personally, you know, I was looking on Netflix because I watched a film yesterday. Called The Facility.
Oh yeah, because I saw you put the by the same people who did Monsters.
Get this, did you know that was the first film I'd watched in 2 months?
Really?
And you know, so far this year I've only watched 171 films. That's not a lot for me.
No, for you that's
2013 when I moved here, I watched 506 films.
I think doing the reviews kind of ruined it for you. I think that's the problem.
I think so. I think it did. You know, I don't know. I just can't, you know. I've been watching Secret Diary of a Call Girl.
Oh, yeah.
Which
Billy Piper.
Yeah, I enjoyed it the first time I watched it years ago. And I thought, I'll watch it again because they're only 20 minutes long, you know?
Yeah.
And I want to start watching Entourage at one point so I can then watch the movie.
Oh, I hate Entourage.
I've never seen it, so I want to give it a go. you know.
It's a guy thing, so you'll probably like it.
Oh, really?
It's a bit of a guys being guys. So
well, I only saw it was like 20 minutes long an episode. I thought, oh, I'll give it a go.
Right. Yeah.
It's even though I'm watching Messi at the minute. I'm trying to watch everything I can, and
yeah, you're getting through stuff and that. So
yeah, and plus if you had Netflix, I'm renting DVDs from them, and I sign them to watch them, and you know, I'm doing other stuff. So you know, I'm all right when it comes to things. I've just been thinking of ways of saving money.
Well, the final season of Lost Girl started here, and I've got it like saved on my Skybox, but I just haven't watched it yet. So.
Really?
I like Lost Girl. I think it got a bit silly, but.
Never seen an episode, but always wanted to. I've seen the trailers.
Oh, you would definitely like it.
But I think
women
it's on
making out with women. I think
it's on Netflix.
Oh, is it? I think so. Yeah.
Women, hold on. So that's how you see me, is it? Watching women make out with other women.
She makes out with guys as well, but she sucks their faces off. It's great.
Is there men kissing men, Tash? So if there is, I could really get into that. You know.
I don't think there is. I can't remember.
That's a shame, because the best times of Hollyoaks is when they've got a gay couple in there. That's my favourite time.
I always hated that they had that whole women on women thing, but they never had the whole man on man thing.
I think you enjoy the women on women scenes.
No. Always makes me. I'm just sat there and I'm like, okay, let's look over here for a while.
You know, I had this video call of Christian and Saeed on EastEnders making out.
Oh yeah.
I saved it and I used to go to my stepdad, look, this is you and me in the future. All right. And when he'd go, what's that? And I'd put it on, he'd go, and I'd put my arm, he'd go, get fucking off, mate. All right. And I used to do it every time I went up there, and when my mum went out of the room, I'd press the button and go, all right, and he'd go, you know, because it was just so funny seeing his reaction. Yeah. He's one of those guys, but you know, gets really, really funny about that. He's all out with gay people. You know?
Yeah.
But it's like me. If I'm fine with gay people, but if a gay guy kissed me, I'd flip out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you know what it's like.
Well, it's like I say, I don't have an issue with people being gay. It's just I don't like watching it on stuff. If you know what I mean. I'm just like.
Unless they're naked.
I'm just like, you know.
Unless they're naked and they're doing things and it's woman on woman action, remember?
Yeah. Like I said, I still don't get that, but that's me personally.
So
but
you don't understand a woman with another woman, right?
Yeah.
I don't understand a man with another man because that's sexist we are, so we don't understand.
Exactly. Yeah, right? Yeah.
Right? I'm happy for Bill. I've known some people, I've known some lesbians, I've known some gay guys.
Yeah.
Some of the most wonderful guys in the world, you know?
Yeah.
Oh. You know, I've been friends with people, great guys, great women, you know, completely fantastic. But the one thing I don't understand is I don't understand the dynamic of it. And I could sit there talking to people about it all day. I still want to know.
Yeah.
It's like anything, you know. You could say, oh, what's it like growing up in Iraq to England? You'd never understand it because you've never been there.
No, because you never, exactly.
Yeah, and you've never experienced it. So it's one of those things, you know.
Yeah. But
the one thing I will say though, I think I never agreed the fact that there was no equal rights for gays and lesbians, and I'm glad that there is more so now.
Yeah. Oh, it's
because to me, if I love a woman, you love a man. It's the same as a man and man, or woman and woman loving each other. It's
people should be free to love whoever they love. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like I know you love the milk in Tesco, you know, and
it's not the milk guy. It's the freezer guy.
Oh, it's the freezer guy, is it? Yeah. Now we know what's going to happen. It's going to knock on your door and you go,
actually, he's not been there lately.
You're going to knock on the door.
It's the Sky guy now, apparently. You know.
I was reenacting your Sky conversation for Donna.
Oh yeah.
Hi. I want to talk about Sky. What games do you play? Oh, I'll play this. Do you play Twister? No. Do you play strip poker? No. Do you play Dirty Deeds? No. Well, I can play those games with you. Well, over the phone, I know your address. I'll pop on round. Please don't. I'll pop around with my little bow tie. Ooh.
He was talking about the sports games he plays, and all of a sudden I'm like, yeah, whatever.
That's when you got bored.
Yeah, exactly.
That's when you said, moving on, goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. When people talk to me about sports games, you know, I'm always like, even with wrestling games, I'm like, I enjoy them. They're all right, but they're the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, you're not like going near a masterpiece of like, you know, like Last of Us level kind of intricate storytelling. And
what am I gonna, you know? I mean, it's one of the reasons I don't talk about wrestling in general is because technically it's the same thing. You know,
right?
It may not be the same thing because it'd be, you know, it's massive difference. But
yeah, you enjoy it. But when you,
to somebody who doesn't follow it like you do, it can be such a horrible, boring, painful. And that's why I really talk about
it. But I get, you
know, because I understand, you know, that it can be difficult. You know, when people, it's like if John started talking about football with me constantly. As much as I support the Seattle Seahawks, as much as I enjoy it, I don't understand the rules. I don't, what do you call it? So, if Dave thinks to me, and I'd be like, what the fuck was that, mate?
Yeah, like if I said anything about baseball to you, you'd just be like, yeah, whatever.
Hell, I'd say, here's a baseball.
You're a big Mariners fan.
And all of a sudden the screen would open, you'd throw a can at your head.
I bet you're big Seattle Mariners fans, aren't you? That's what it is.
Is that the baseball team?
Yeah.
Never even knew they existed.
Oh, really? I don't even know if they still do exist.
To be honest with you, you know, I've never been the biggest sports guy. The only sports I've ever really followed properly is wrestling. Depending on if you call it a sport, because now it's known as entertainment more.
Yeah.
And badminton. And I follow football. We're doing the World Cup because you have to. Oh, yeah. And mixed martial arts, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, but when it comes to baseball and American football and stuff, I'll listen to people talk about it because it's their passion. Like they will, I'm sure, with me with wrestling. But I don't always understand it, you know. And you know, it can be hard to learn.
No, exactly. It's like I like watching England play football, but if you tell me, you know, Premier League stuff, I'll just be like, yeah, whatever. I'm just.
Oh, we've got a comment from Donna. Happy 50th chat, my friends.
Hi, Donna.
Hey, Donna.
We also said it's our first year gaming together.
Yeah.
So happy another anniversary. We're just like the anniversary month.
Oh, 50 today, 100 tomorrow.
Yeah, I know, right?
Once we make 100, we would have beat our last record.
I know, right?
So you know that's great, and thanks for being here, Donna.
No, thanks for being here. Hope you had a good day out at the cinema. They went to the cinema and for meals, so hope you had a good.
Let me guess. They went and saw Mockingjay.
Yes.
So, do you know why I knew that? Because every fucker, and I'm not talking about you, Donna, so don't get insulted by that.
Oh, yeah, the Mariners do.
Every fucker keeps saying, I'm going to the cinema. I go, let me guess, to see Mockingjay. And they go, yes.
No, it's not Mockingjay today. They went to see Christmas with the Coopers. It was a special preview version.
Christmas with the Coopers.
They're seeing Mockingjay Wednesday, I believe.
Oh, okay. Wednesday. You know, I still need to...
I apologise, Donna.
I still need to watch the last two movies, Catching Fire and Mockingjay 1. I've actually got them here. I've actually got the still books.
Yeah, I know. You own them, don't you? There's your fucking hard drive again.
There we go. Look. There's the first one.
Aha.
Sealed.
Yeah.
I've watched the first one.
Yeah.
Catching Fire. And Mockingjay Part 1.
Still way better artwork than the freaking X-Files Blu-rays.
Could you imagine Mulder in that outfit? I could.
Probably be badly photoshopped.
There you go. Mulder and Scully looking like that.
Can you imagine? Yeah, but that would be way better than the art that they've got on the box set.
What I might do is I might actually wait for Part 2 to come out and then just watch them all together.
Get them all together, yeah.
And have the still book, because I don't want to have still books.
That would look nice all together, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. So I might wait and then watch them all that way, because my cousin went and saw Mockingjay 1. And he said throughout the whole thing, it's like 2.5 hours of just talking. Do you want me to join till he is able to come back, or can you not invite me? What?
Oh, it must be. She must be behind. She must
Long
be
way.
seeing like when you were.
Shit, a long way behind. Oh, maybe she heard it and was a bit concerned. You know.
Oh yeah, she sent me a message saying she sounds like. Yeah. Hang on, I'll just send her a message. I'll just say.
I'm not invisible. I am here. I didn't know.
I said she's okay. She sent a message saying she was worried about. I said she's okay. You're a long way behind us.
Yeah, because I went back about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Ah, well, hopefully she'll be able to skip ahead.
Well, whenever you catch up, Donna, we hope you enjoyed the movie.
Yes, and please don't get insulted by what I said about the Mockingjay people. But
Really?
But I've just been watching a lot. I tried watching Arrow season 3, and what have they done? They've changed it. I put it on, and it doesn't look like a TV show. It looks more real life now, with the weird cuts and everything.
Oh, with the weird cuts, yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you
still need those episodes, by the way?
Yes. Want those? Yes, please. Because otherwise I'm never going to get to see them.
Yeah, no, I'll try and sort it out.
Which is so fucking annoying. Do you remember when you used to watch a show and they'd repeat it constantly?
Yeah.
Now they don't do that. You know? And obviously I don't want to download them because it's so easy to get
don't want to get in trouble. Yeah, no. I just wanted to double check. I didn't want to sort it out.
The one thing I've realised about
Flash as well. Yeah.
Yeah, Flash as well, please.
Yeah.
The thing I've realised about that is if you download something that is fairly old,
yeah,
it don't matter. But if you do it fairly new, you'll get caught. Pretty, highly unlikely, but it happens.
Oh, I did watch Mockingjay in the end. Apparently she got the wrong week for the other ones, so they went to see Mockingjay instead.
Okay.
So actually, completely correct what I said before.
So annoying. So annoying, eh? Christmas at the Coopers, was it?
Yeah.
I was looking on demand on Xfinity.
Yeah.
And they've got all these Christmas movies on there.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there and I'm like, do I really want to watch Christmas movies? When I was a kid, I loved them to bits.
Yeah.
But anyways, as I've got older, I just seem to be a little bit less Christmassy.
Right, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
No, I know, right? Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense, but it's like, when I watch a Christmas film, it feels like any other film now.
Yeah.
I will say,
kid, I have my classics that I love to watch at Christmas, and then I'm just like, standard any time of the year movie,
As when I was a kid, I could watch films like Home Alone. I'd be like, oh, I've got to watch this film. I've got to watch this film. It's only on now,
Yeah.
And love it to bits.
Exactly. Do you remember when Christmas movies made you feel Christmassy?
Yeah. Do you remember when Christmas episodes were really, really good, and now when you see Christmas episodes, they look so bland?
Yeah.
What's up?
Nothing. Donna sent me a message, sorry.
What did it say?
Nothing. She said, we're seeing it on 30th and it's released on the 2nd.
Oh, okay. That's nice. So has she caught up with the chat yet, or is it still behind?
I don't know. I think she's still behind.
No. Anyway, I mean, is there any Christmas films you're going to watch this year?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm not one for going to the cinema at Christmas. I'm happy to, watch them on TV. Like watch the ones I've got on DVD or stuff like that. So, I love all the classics like Miracle on 34th Street. You know, the one with Richard Attenborough, the remake.
Oh, the remake. You don't like the original?
And I tried the original. I know everybody calls it a classic, and I'm like, yeah, I know. I tried it, and I didn't get into it. I think it's because I'd seen... I
think it's what you grow up with.
Yeah. You know, I love Muppets Christmas and like I say, Christmas Vacation, as you know. I even enjoy like Elf kind of things. So. Oh, she's caught up. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, cool.
She put coughs up originally. I was like, I hope you're okay, Donna, because I know she's caught another bug. So.
Oh dear. Well, I'll probably end in a few minutes anyway.
Oh shit.
You know, because of the time, I better check on Donna in a few.
Yeah, check on Donna.
Sorry about that.
No, it's not your fault. Sorry, I was like, because Donna was messaging me. Sorry.
If I'd have realised that it was going to be like that, I'd have muted the.
No, it's fine. I just got worried. Like, obviously worried for you guys. So, it was funny, kind of hearing Donna shout at her mum, but you feel bad because I'm sat here. I'm like awkward. It's just like. I'm like, oh, I hope she's okay. So anyway, TV show.
Yeah, and then you hear some more, and you're just like.
Yeah, I'm like sat there, and she's like, "Well, where are you stabbed down?" And I'm like, "Oh my god!" I'm like,
It's funny because it reminds me of my nan, you know.
Yeah.
Because my nan.
I'm just glad, you know, like I say, it's that thing, you know, glad she's home, but at the same time, it's a lot of stress for you guys. So.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping the hospice stuff helps Donna not get so stressed.
Yeah.
You know, to be honest with you, I don't think it's good that they send someone home in that condition.
No, not in that condition, considering what she was still being like at the hospital. So.
To me, that's out of line, you know.
Yeah.
But apparently it's normal. Go on, come on.
That's normal, yeah. That's mind-blowing. But what I was going to say about was what you were saying earlier about not watching many films lately. Is, you know, as I said, it's like we say about you know, like doing reviewing and stuff. Is that when you think about it, it became such a, because you've been watching more wrestling than that though, haven't you? So I think that's, you know, you've been watching TV and stuff, so it's interesting where, you know, you're not priorities, but where stuff shifts to. Like, you've done more gaming, you've done more watching of other stuff and that. So I don't think not watching as many movies is a bad thing, per se, you know.
Well, I've always gone through phases where what happens is I'll have massive gaming months, and then I'll have the movie TV show months.
Yeah.
You know, and...
Exactly. Come next, you know, start next year. Have you watched anything? No, I've been watching movies, you know, or something.
Yeah, exactly. But have you played many games? No, not really, because me and Tash have been playing normal games, but there hasn't been anything new that I've wanted to play. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
There's things like that which annoy me.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, it's like Rainbow Six coming out.
Yeah.
I'm glad the game's coming out because I'm looking forward to playing it. But at the same time, I feel like it's a con for the price because it's just online.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm really not happy about that.
Well, I think about it. Let's see if the Rainbow Six trophies are up yet. Quickly.
I'm really not happy. You know, like you were saying the other day with John, it's I'm not happy about the fact it's primarily online. I mean, like you say, I mean, I'm looking forward to us playing it together, but
yeah.
As somebody who's been a fan of the Rainbow Six games for years, who enjoyed even playing like the PC version, you know, years ago, I really hate the direction they've taken so much away from like the squad You know, I mean, we could have still had that squad because I've got that's the whole deal, is that it's a squad thing. But the fact that you're playing as individual, like, class kind of thing, and then you've got to practice in the solo mode for that, I don't like the way they've done that at all. I don't know why you couldn't have just had an NPC, like with previous games, why you couldn't have had the NPC, you know, squad.
I thought we would have been able to have a co-op storyline as well as online.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't like the whole single-player just tutorial shit either.
No, exactly.
It's gonna, but you know, the online bit might be very addictive.
Oh yeah, I know, but you know, I mean, as somebody who doesn't play with other people, I'm not really, you know.
No, there's no achievements there yet. I really hate that. You know, when you have to wait for the achievements.
You would think, considering it's released, you know, soon, what, a week.
Yeah, it's released in 8 days.
Yeah.
So technically 7 days, really.
Yeah.
And isn't Just Cause 3 released on the same day as well?
No, I think it's the following day.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's stupid. The following day. Why not just release one on the same day? So that means I have to go out twice. You know what I mean? And obviously at the minute, that's not good. You know, because, you know, don't have to look after mum and stuff.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
So yeah, you're really not getting into Flash at the moment, Arrow at the moment, just like the style.
I watched the first 5 minutes, and
it
was probably because I was trying to watch it on the mother-in-law's TV, and it was so dark.
Ah, right.
But the filming just seemed different. It just didn't feel like a normal TV show. It felt like it was like a live action, you know, like game show kind of recording.
Yeah.
It just felt really strange. And he was saying stuff, and it just seemed really out of place for me. Like, but it could be just. But it could just be because I haven't seen it in ages, you know.
Yeah, it was quite different, but it does kind of go back to its standard style.
Yeah. I just want to see Malcolm Merlin.
Yeah, no, you just like watching John Barrett.
I just want to see Malcolm Merlin shoot his alpacas.
Oh, you know what? I still think of that. I really need to look at that video again because that was so funny.
It is a funny.
But I love John Barrowman. He's so down to it. And when I met him, honestly, he was adorable. I was just like...
He's the type of guy that looks like he's constantly just having fun.
I know. You just like... Can you imagine just hanging out with him for a while? You'd just be like giggling, like laughing all day, you know, kind of having a good time.
I can imagine it. I can imagine at first it being awkward because obviously him being, you know, like... But I could see easily warming up to him like within a few minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And I think when you have people like that, I think it makes it a lot more fun to like them.
Yeah.
I still can't believe Thea's his daughter.
Yeah.
You know.
Have you seen Doctor Who has been so shit lately?
Oh, I saw Clara was dead.
Spoilers. Donna hasn't caught up yet, so we can't say.
To be honest, I can't say how she died because that would be spoiling. But it was said everywhere that she was dying this season.
Yeah, everybody knew she was leaving. So.
And Maisie Williams is still in.
You know what? Yeah, we were talking about this because, like I said, I mean, we can't say too much but I said to Donna, because she agrees with me that she didn't mind like Ishilda, like the first episode she was in the Viking one. She said. But she's so shit. Her character is awful when she keeps coming back. Because she's such a bitch. And, you know, like the script. And I said, that's my main issue. Is because I know Maisie Williams can act. But her character is so badly written. Mind you, Clara's not been the best written lately. But it's just like... I don't even know why I'm watching it anymore, to be honest. But
now that Clara's gone, I ain't got no reason to watch it.
You're just hoping for some hot chick to be the next.
I was hoping for Peter Capaldi to have an X-rated sex scene so that I could get excited by it, but never happened.
Have they said who's going to be the new companion?
Yeah, Maisie Williams.
Is Maisie Williams actually going to be the new companion?
As far as I know, she is, which makes no sense because how's that going to go with the Game of Thrones stuff? But at the same time.
Yeah, but she probably doesn't have to spend so much time filming her bits, I guess.
But at the same time, I can't imagine her being in it so much without her being the next companion. You know, you got to remember.
Yeah, I feel like I've been weaning us onto her, haven't I?
You've got to remember as well, she's a big name at the minute, so it'd be a big pull for them.
It would be a big pull, but
personally, I think they should get a guy. Personally,
I wouldn't mind if they've gone with Rigsy. Can you imagine? But I don't like her character. I don't want her to be a regular, and that sounds awful because I love Maisie Williams. What I love as well is I've seen like Maisie Williams, like, you know, like her Vine videos and stuff like that, and she seems like a good laugh and that. I'd love to meet her at convention, and I love her as Arya, but I just hate her character in Doctor Who, and I don't know if it's because as well I've hated Doctor Who these past 2 years. The fact I'm only watching it now just so I can keep up with people, because it seems to be that thing where everybody talks about it. But yeah, I'm not into, I mean, because they've been like weaning us onto her, and I'm like, I don't feel interested enough in her character where I'm just like, yeah, no, I can totally get into her being a companion.
You know, I thought the whole shoulder thing in the Viking episode was so boring.
Yeah.
And I thought when she was in the, you know, in that one where she was like robbing people.
Yeah.
That was shit. And I just think the whole show's shit. I watch it and I'm just like, yeah. I'm like, so he's going to let her do this now, you know, with Clara.
Yeah.
He's going to let her do this when he's been saving her through the whole fucking thing and being upset over it. You know what? You know what? It makes no sense. Anyone who watches this show is an absolute numpty, including myself, because I'm watching it.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm sat there going, why am I watching this? I could be spending this time watching something much better. I
honestly feel the Doctor is made for a dumber audience now.
Yeah. Well, Donna even said, you know, it's made more for kids, it's more kiddified now.
And I'm not insulting the people that watch it. I'm just insulting the way the show is, you know?
No, yeah.
Because I watch it, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, oh, Peter Capaldi's going, woo, and all this every time.
Yeah, he's doing all that bloody, like, Guitar Hero stuff, you know, the electric guitar stuff and that. It's like, okay.
And, you know, Peter Capaldi's supposed to be in it for one more season before they get rid of him.
He still seems to insist that he's not going anywhere. I still can't believe they've got another 5-year plan for it. I'm just like, ugh.
Well, I'm telling you, the next Doctor Who guy should be Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah, I can imagine. I could completely see him as...
Daniel Radcliffe could save Doctor Who. He is everything that Doctor Who should be.
Yeah.
Right, and people laugh at me when I say that, but it's true.
No, I could completely imagine him as Doctor Who. That's the funniest thing.
He could, in a channel, part Harry Potter and part weirdo, and he'd have Doctor Who completely. Hell, let him have the skull on his head when he's doing it. Make it even more interesting.
Can you imagine? Yeah.
When you think he was worth millions at one point, and now he's probably not worth that to get in a film now.
Oh, don't. You know what? Saying about it, I was mentioning to John on Saturday about lip sync battles that I watch rather stupidly. I do wonder about how dumb my brain is sometimes. You know, like desperate to pass the time, I think.
Right. At least you don't watch. At least you don't watch teenage angst shows like I do.
No.
I don't get why I watch them, but.
But they had Mike Tyson on this week, just gone. Oh, you know what? What was even worse about it? Clearly, he didn't get the whole point of the show, because it had Terry Crews on, and he was doing it perfectly.
Yeah, Terry Crews is that type of guy.
Yeah, he was a real laugh. But Mike Tyson, his first song was Rolling Stones' Satisfaction, and he couldn't lip sync that for the life of him. It was like every now and then he'd go, you know, like mouth satisfaction and that. But he clearly didn't know the rest of the lyrics, because like every now and then he'd like suddenly like hear the song and go, oh shit, you know, like do a bit. And then even worse was then he did bloody Salt and Pepper's Push It.
Oh dear.
And he was dressed in this like hip hop get up, and he was doing all this like thrusting and dancing and that, and he was like gurning, he's like that without moving his lips at all.
Oh dear.
It's like the whole idea, Mike, is that you lip sync to the song. You know, you had Terry Crews who was like mouthing to this woman's song and everything like that, and then you had Mike. And I was so glad Mike Tyson didn't win, because if he'd won it just for being a twat, then I would have been pissed off, because I was just like, no.
You know,
I couldn't believe he was even on there. It was just...
Mike Tyson's in the new Yip Man movie.
You're kidding.
No, it's got Donnie Yen versus Mike Tyson.
Oh my God.
I'm not sure if that's based on real events because Bruce Lee's in it too. You know, like a young guy playing Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
I'll watch the film, but as soon as I saw Mike Tyson was in it, I was like, so much. There's so many.
Wasn't he in the Hangover movies or something?
Yeah, he was in them as well, wasn't he?
Yeah. I hate Mike Tyson. He's such a twat.
Tyson is scum.
Because didn't they have that whole documentary show on him or something?
Yeah, he raped his wife multiple times.
Yeah.
He bit people's ears off. He's a violent piece of shit who now apparently is thank God and is fine. Yeah, you know. And to be honest with you, I don't know if I believe that or not. And to be honest, that's none of my business. But I still don't like the guy.
Yeah. But
would you trust a guy like that around you?
No, definitely.
If everything said he found God and everything, of course not.
No.
Because I don't see him doing anything good.
No.
And you shouldn't have to see people doing good things, but it's nice to see it when there's people like that.
But it just goes to show how much of an attention, hog he is to do something like that and not even properly get into it. Because he clearly had no concept of what the point of him being there was.
I like Terry Crews because Terry Crews is that real fun guy.
Oh, he sounds like a really fun guy.
I remember he was in White Chicks, and he was in that role when he made it his own. He was fantastic, and he just seems like that guy who can take the piss out of himself continuously and just have a ball.
Yeah.
One
thing I don't like about when he keeps insisting on doing that bloody shake his titties peck dancing thing. It makes him look like he's one of those kind of guys that thinks so much of himself that he has to show off, if you know what I mean.
You mean when they move their things?
Yeah, when they got the pecs bouncing up.
If I could do that, I'd do it all the time.
Well, you'd be sat there just like...
I'd be sitting going, it's just those things. I think certain men just thinks like, look at me, I can do that.
He kept doing it on Lip Sync Battle. I was just like, oh, will you stop doing it already? Maybe I was just getting too horny by watching it. But I was just...
For Terry Crews, though?
No, I just wish I didn't like him keep doing it. It was okay the first couple of times, but after about the 20th time, it was like, yeah, I get it, you do it. But you're right. She all right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really sad just seeing Mike Tyson making a joke of himself because he is a joke,
He is. Mike Tyson. I remember in an interview, one bloke said to him, "You deserve to be in a straitjacket." He went straitjacket. And he was grabbing all his cries, going, "You're going to get this up your arse and all this." God. And he was pushing people out of the way, threatening the guy. And I was like, yeah, this guy's not a human being. This guy's a monster.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, bite off some guy's ear off in a ring.
Yeah.
The guy was married to a wonderful woman who he raped like 6 times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And how can you rape your wife? It's disgusting.
Exactly.
On a side note, he's coming around for dinner and we're going to talk about it.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're going to, chat and, you're going to come dine with me, with him, aren't you?
Come dine with me, Mike Tyson, and let's chill out. I've got some problems with these people. Can you go talk to them for me?
Yeah.
Plus, he's got that horrible tattoo on his face.
Yeah, exactly. The worst fashion statement ever. Just
you look at Mike Tyson, you look at Lennox Lewis, and it's just like Lennox Lewis is like the pure baby face.
Yeah.
Compared to Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson looks like he's just gonna kill people. So yeah, Yip Man 3 should be interesting. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, well, isn't it because they're trying to redo it, aren't they? Because the other Hitmans was such a flop, but
they actually did quite well.
Really?
They did well. I don't think they did well over it, but I think they did a little bit well in China.
Yeah.
Yip Man.
I'm going to have another try on Sleeping Dogs this week, hopefully.
Yeah, I want to hear what you think of it, properly.
Pork bun!
You need pork bun in your mouth. Talk about that, I've got pork buns in the fridge. We had Chinese last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It cost me $54. Which technically is like 20, 25, 30 quid for Chinese, which is normal, really.
Yeah.
You know what I
want
miss?
to have a Hell's Kitchen merchandise you can get. Fucking hell.
Oh, let's have a look then. Let's.
No, sorry. No, you were saying. Sorry.
No, you found it. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. We might as well. It's a show I like, so let's have a look.
That's just because I know it's what you like. So I'm
sure there's a Hell's Kitchen apron in there. There's got.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Let's see.
And a knife set.
Oh. Let's have a look. These are the times where I wish I could actually cook.
I know, right?
You know.
So you got your cookbook, your apron, wine glass. I don't get the ball cap thing, but.
It looks like the hospice pill might be here.
Oh, really? Already?
Yeah. All right, let's go down. Have a look. Yeah.
I like the kind of footballs.
$89. That's not. I don't think that's football. I think that's the kitchen chef jacket.
What did you say? $30 for the apron.
It's ridiculous.
I like the knife set. I wouldn't pay $100 for it, but imagine it's on cut price.
Yeah, but were they actually that price in the first place? That's the question.
Well, yeah, they're just telling you that. Yeah.
The problem I have with Hell's Kitchen is it's a very simple
bathrobe.
It's a very, very simple design.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. You can have a pet bowl.
Oh, a Hell's Kitchen pet bowl. I think that'd be awesome.
There you go. You got your DVDs. I want a knife block.
Oh, is that all? Is that all, sir?
That's all. $219.
Fucking
hell. Oh, $480.
I think I'll order one of them tomorrow.
Fucking hell. Better be good knives for that.
Fucking hell.
Well, how old does Gordon Ramsay look on that cover there?
Yeah, and that's only season 2. That was like 10 years ago.
Really?
I've got every season of Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah, I know you.
I love Hell's Kitchen. I love watching it. I find it fun. But I'm sure if I was a cook, I'm sure I'd be a lot more interested in it than I am.
Yeah. That's wondering what merchandise is there, though. Yeah, can you imagine if you were, yeah.
I'm glad I'm going to look around at stuff and say, there's things that I know I'm thinking about picking up.
Yeah. Well, Donna said aprons are £15 here, so actually a franchise one's not that expensive.
Well, it isn't if you're an actual cook, is it? I mean, can you imagine me walking around in one of them just going, Donna, can you put the food on, please?
You know what, I didn't even think about it, but now she's mentioned, now I think about it, and actually that is, if you want a franchise one, that's actually not bad.
What, with a cheap, shitty logo?
Yeah, but if you're a huge Hell's Kitchen fan, and that's like, it's like on that X-Files merchandise, there was a backpack there, and they had like the X just embroidered on it, and they were $100 for it, and I'm just like, yeah, but I can get I've got a patch on my other backpack, so I don't need, but if you're like hardcore enough to go, I must have that backpack, then $100 I guess is nothing. But
I guess you're right. I guess you're right.
I don't know.
Yeah, personally, I'm a little bit like this.
If they had an X-Files apron for $30, I would totally buy it. I mean, God, look, I want to pay $15 for a ball. So I can't wait to get that and hang that on my Christmas tree, seriously. Especially now I've missed out on the Firefly one that Donna got in her
You have to put that on you have to put that out, right? You have to take pictures of it.
I get a picture of it, yeah.
Well, do you just bother Donna's one and put it on your tree?
I might just go on eBay and see how much they are to buy one.
Just go round there when she's not looking, go, I'll take that.
You know what? I thought about, because Donna...
You thought about doing that,
Donna and Roger... No, not thought about that, but Donna and Roger, they have, like, personal, like, stuff on their tree hanging, like, that's individual to each of them kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, that's great, yeah.
And I've always been like, I want something that's very me on my tree, but I just have plain old baubles. So to see something like that, that's why I got excited when I saw that X-Files one, because I was just like, that's personal to me. That will make my tree more personal to me, if you know what I mean. So like, and seeing that I can get, say, a firefly one would be epic, because then I'm like, that would make my Christmas look more like me, personal to me, if you know what I mean. So that's why I'm kind of like, when I saw that you could get that, I'm like, that would be epic to make my tree more personal to me.
I'm sure they're on eBay.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm gonna look. So that does sound like there's a lot of plodding around going on, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, I'm just glad I'm out of the way, because I can talk about it with her later when she's more relaxed. Because right now she might get a bit snappy,
Yeah.
Which I won't blame her at all.
No. So, but it is nice that now you can get more like geeky kind of Christmas decorations and stuff, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, take away from the tradition of actually proper bulbs, yeah.
Oh, $7.99. Oh,
that's not bad, is it?
No, that's bidding, but
yeah. I wonder if it was an exclusive.
Yeah, it's probably a Nerd Block exclusive, because I can't find it. There's nobody else selling that.
Let me have a look.
Yeah, it says Nerd Block exclusive. I'm definitely going to bid on that.
Oh no. Okay.
I'll have to put that on my watch list. Hopefully nobody will bid, because I don't want to pay more than that. That's a watch list.
Let's have a look. Easy way to find out.
Oh shit! I don't know. I can't remember my login for bloody eBay.
What are you? Howard the Duck is going to be in the comic book block.
Oh really?
No. Uncharted's going to be in the arcade block.
No way!
An Uncharted item.
I have considered going back to those, but I'm not going to.
Ornaments, Purple Moon to one customer.
Shit.
Hold on, is that what it looks like? The secondary prize was with Pokeball Moon from Legend of Zelda. So ship from. Is that all that is? Is it a clear ball with a ship in it?
What?
The Firefly one.
No, it's like a actual Serenity model. Hang on. I can't get it to.
Because if I'm looking at it right now, it don't look that great.
No, hang on, I'll show you.
Let's have a look.
Oh.
Because you can buy it directly from them.
What, from Nerdblock?
Yeah, if it's the same.
Oh my god. There.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not it then. It's quite nice actually.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I might bid on that for my mother.
Oh, you. There is a 99p plus 340 delivery bidding one with no bids, Donna says.
Oh, there you go.
Well, I can't find that. Where? Can you send us a link, Donna, please?
Hey, I've got a beard, and I've got a nerd block, and I'm opening it.
I must have put in the right. I did put Firefly tree decoration. I can't even sign into freaking eBay at the moment. So.
That's a better picture, actually. Thanks, Donna.
Oh, she sent a picture. Oh, because she took a picture of her one.
Oh, okay, that's quite nice. The hell? What's that in there?
Shit. I don't know my fucking.
How does that make sense? Plus, 5 of those guys can win one of his signed Cesar Romero Heath Ledger Joker mashup codes.
Eh?
Oh, that's the bloke who designed it. I was like, Heath Ledger's been dead for years. How did he sign it?
I'm going to have to get my password redone because it won't let me sign in.
Sure.
Don't know why. Anyway, so yeah, so it's nice that you can get these things now to make your tree more personal and stuff. Because instead of having the boring old plain coloured baubles, you know.
Baubles.
Yeah.
That was my first word when I was a kid. Bubbles.
Actually, I should see if the X-Files one's on eBay, shouldn't I? Save me.
Might be cheaper.
$10 or something. But
well, with us, we've got a personal thing we put up there. Every year I put up baubles with my friends' faces on them.
Oh, I'll send you one with my ugly mug on.
and every year one lucky.
And then you throw them on the ground. Stamp on them.
Every year one lucky fella gets smashed while we stamping on their face. And
yeah.
It's my way of celebrating everything, you know.
And those people you piss off, you make up multiple copies of them so you can throw.
Last year I had like 50 friends on there.
Yeah.
Half of them didn't even know they were even my friend. I just printed them off from Facebook pictures.
Nice.
Yeah, that's how quickly. I'm joking, but no.
No, I don't.
We have a special thing. We bought a bear, you know, like a bear ornament for a year.
Yeah.
And we always put that up, and that was like the first year we were actually together.
Yeah.
You know, because you know, the first year I came with, Donna put 2 Christmas trees up, decorations everywhere. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
And I told her, don't worry about doing that again because it's too much, you know.
Yeah.
I'm happy with just a Christmas tree and hugging her and her being festive dressed, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so when I was in England, I had a Christmas tree and I never put it out.
Yeah.
My mum would force me to put it. Where's your Christmas tree? Let's put it up. No, she'd have to put it back away again.
Right. Yeah.
You know, weird. The tree went mouldy.
The tree went mouldy.
Yeah, it went mouldy. It was plastic. You know, like fake one.
Ah, right. Yeah.
But because the mildew and mould in my place, it kind of rotted a bit. You know.
Yeah.
Because the damp and everything.
Well, all my decorations have been in my bedroom for the whole year because I never got anybody round to help put them back up in the attic. So they've been sat in my bedroom for all year. So
are we gonna see? So we're gonna see pictures like we did last year of you with the big massive feast on the table and everything, and your little party thing.
Yeah.
You know, like the things done. We're gonna see that on the pictures.
I don't know, cause I don't know regarding like party this year. I don't know if that's happening because last year's one was very stressful and upsetting.
Well, I don't mean the party. I mean like just you and like Donna and like whoever, you know.
Oh, like me and Donna when we put up the tree and stuff like that. Yeah.
You know, like when you're doing the sing start thing, you know, stuff.
Yeah.
Like that. That'd be nice if it was you two kind of thing and not everybody else.
Yeah. No, exactly. It'd probably be like me, Donna, Jane. You know. It was a very small gathering if we have anything, so.
Yeah. What it's going to be is probably going to be me and Donna, because Donna's given me my Christmas present already.
Yeah.
So, she gave me money to buy some stuff.
Yeah.
It's that easier because otherwise just go and get stressed over it, you know?
Yeah, no, exactly.
So it'll probably just be me and Donna spend time together and maybe watching stuff.
Yeah.
You know, so it's gonna be nice.
I think it's just me and quiet this year, so I don't know.
You and Mulder.
Yeah, me, Mulder, the Dagoos. Oh, the Dagoos, which are bitches. I gotta tell you this quickly, right? So we cleaned them out today, and Starbuck got out as usual. She runs around. And Sam, who's gotten a little more curious, she now gets out onto the table and like climbs underneath the cage. Except then she discovered she got onto the chair that Donna was sat on, like when Donna was cleaning up, and she actually went like behind Donna and actually jumped over onto the mobility scooter and made her way down onto the floor. And we're like, shit, we're never getting her back because Starbuck is easily bought and she's quite easy to. She's kind of catching on. Unfortunately, she's very, very smart. But, you know, she's relatively easy enough to catch up. You know, like, you get her some porridge and you can just scoop her up and get in. Sam, however, is very nervous, and she gets that there's porridge, but she'll, like, take a little bit and run off. Or the second you move, she easily startles kind of thing. So we're like, shit, it's going to be another bloody 4-hour session of trying to get her. But thankfully, we managed to get her in, and there was no biting involved. But, oh my goodness, it was a nightmare. Bless Donna, it was like, because Donna helped, you know, clearing it out and everything. It's just like...
That's probably them small pets, you know, they can easily hide.
Yeah, and they're very fast, and
That's the trouble. I mean, they're wonderful to have, but they're horrible to have when you lose them.
Yeah, it's that kind of thing where it's like, it's nice that they're now comfortable enough. You know, they're not hiding in the corner of the cage whenever I go near it. But at the same time, now they've discovered the outside world, and yeah, getting them back in is the problem. So
at least in a way, it's a little challenge for you.
Well, it'd be nice if they didn't poop everywhere as they went, but
you know, the thing is they're pooping as well on the floor.
Yeah. So, well, at least they're the little pellets kind of thing. So.
Just don't ever think it's possibly chocolate. Oh, chocolate.
Oh. But yeah, no. So I think it's just going to be a quiet Christmas with me, the dog, the cat, and the day goose. So.
You're going to do any singing?
Probably.
Because I'm going to send you a Christmas singing video.
Okay, I'll send you a Christmas singing video.
I'll put on the Christmas hat and I'll sing a classic Christmas song.
Yeah. Well, you know, now I'm not going to bother buying anything on Black Friday. It will just be like, you know, spend time instead on making dodgy videos and, you know.
Well, you know what?
Videos.
You know what? I think you've made the best decision because you haven't watched really what you got last year, have you?
No, I haven't at all.
You know? And to be honest with you, I think, you know, if it weren't for the wrestling DVDs, I probably won't buy anything this year. I was tempted to buy Terminator Genesis. Right, for $11, I was like, oh, you know, I really want to see Emilia Clarke.
Yeah.
You know, but she has got that white hair, and you know.
Yeah, exactly.
She had that white hair.
You'd be in there, yeah, because of that artwork and that.
That artwork, yeah. By the way, hopefully he'll put a Black Friday sub, so I can buy both those pictures.
That'd be epic. Yeah.
And then I can show them live on the chat and get a strike for being showing pornography.
You've had pornography. But I discussed with Donna because I told Donna that I was definitely going to be looking to get an Xbox One, and I said, you know, if it goes to 200, then that's not a reasonable price, you know, to pay for that. But I think, you know, I'd rather wait until next year. I really want to pay off some stuff, and like I say, I've got that stuff coming at the start of December. So. Well,
you know, you think about it, right? At the minute, we've got tons to play on the PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
You know.
And free. Yeah.
And free. You know, so it ain't like you've got to be in a rush to catch up with me having one, so we can do anything on it at the minute. You know.
Exactly.
And to be honest with you, you know, I think the talking on the PlayStation 4 is easier because Xbox is fucking complicated to figure out for me.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing as well. You have to have the right headset because I don't think the headset I've got is suited for Xbox.
Yeah.
So then you got to go, right, well, I need to get the Xbox and this, that, and the other, and it's just like, it all adds up, doesn't it? So, and then you got to get, I mean, unless you get a games bundle, and there's not really anything that really strikes me at the moment that I haven't already got on PlayStation. So.
See, that's the problem. When we got the Xbox One, I said, there's only a few things that we can get on this which are exclusives.
Yeah.
And if it's got trophies, I'd rather do it on the PlayStation. You know?
Yeah.
I want to get the Halo collection and stuff like that. Cause I can't
I want to get the Halo and Halo 5. Well, I've heard Halo 5 is a bit bleh.
And I can tell you once we played it.
Yeah, please do.
You know, so I'm a PlayStation guy, but I don't mind Xbox.
Yeah,
and I've been doing this. I got that 3 months thing, and this month they're giving 1 month free for new Xbox Live people.
Yeah.
And I'm
really?
like, you know, I'm like, you should be able to buy as many as you want, so $20 for 20 months, you know.
Yeah.
But it just shows how much they fucking con you, doesn't it, really?
Well, like I say, Donna has gotten me the Xbox Live year's subscription for the last couple of years for Christmas. And she bought it for me for last Christmas, and I I think I've used the 360 like once this year so far, and I'm just like, yeah, it's not really worth it. So
to do the PlayStation Plus one instead.
That's why I did ask her for the PlayStation Plus one instead.
It's cheaper as well, isn't it?
No, I think it's the same price.
Because over here, a year's PlayStation Plus is $49.99, but Xbox One is $59.99.
Yeah.
And I'm like, $59.99? That's the whole game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But
it's ridiculous how much they charge you for that.
It is, considering on the PlayStation 3, it's free.
Yeah.
You know? I miss getting the good games.
Oh, they're filming second season of Aquarius at the moment, by the way.
Ooh,
did you know?
Nice. Ooh. Is he going to make love to somebody in it? You know what I'd like to say? I'd like.
Is there anybody who hasn't made love in that program too?
I'd like to see Gillian Anderson in Aquarius getting off with him. Right.
Did you see? They did this disturbing Hannibal Peter advert. You know, for the people who animal rights and how dare you eat meat and stuff. They did this thing where they did this advert. Brian Fuller, who made Hannibal, he worked with her, and they did this advert. Was like, you know, like meat, it's a matter of taste, and then you pull back and like she sat there with a leg missing. It's just like, that's so wrong.
You know,
like, they're carrying on the you know, it's funny in a way, but
I still can't believe Hannibal got cancelled.
I am surprised considering how popular it was.
You know, I still can't believe it got cancelled. Why can't they just change the story?
Yeah.
You know, to be fair, I watched
just
season 2.
don't have Clarice. It's just like
just have Clarice, but have a different name that's close to it.
Yeah.
Well, instead of Clarice, call it Clarice or something. You know, make something slightly different.
Yeah.
You know, or do something like that. Call it like Jack or whatever. You know, make it like different, but have the same character. You know, I watched the second season, but the third season's only $16.99 when it comes out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm like, woohoo! I'm like, I'll buy that when it comes out. Put in my collection. You know, and I'm eventually going to watch everything I've got because now I'm not buying stuff. I'm investing. I can watch it all.
Yeah.
You know, because I've got to watch these. I've had these for 2 years and I've never watched them.
And you've still not watched them? No.
Pardon me, but
it's still in the cellophane.
Yeah, that one's still in the cellophane. That one.
Bloody hell.
Hey, look at that. It looks like it looks like a weird porno, doesn't it? Look.
Oh wow. That does.
He's saying
it's like a cheap porno.
He's saying someone's going to be in my bed by the end of the night, but I've had a lot in the eye. You know. But I was looking at this. I was looking at the DVD version of this.
Yeah.
And the DVD quality is so bad.
Mm.
I was like, really? We live in a day and age where DVDs can look very similar to Blu-rays to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Right? And it just looks so rough and bad. That's like, because I'm like, if I don't like the movies and I get rid of the Blu-rays, I might ISO the DVDs anyway, you know, just in case I fancy watching them again.
Yeah,
You know, because I think that's the smart thing to do. If I'm not too keen on the movie and I want to sell it and there's a DVD, I can ISO the DVD and keep it that way.
Yeah.
You know, only if I don't like it, obviously. If I've said this is the best movie in the world, I'd obviously keep the whole Blu-ray.
No, yeah, exactly.
Well, why the hell did I buy the 3D Blu-ray version?
I know, right? I was going to ask, has it got like the 2D version on it as well, or is it?
Yeah, it has the 2D version as well, but I think I get obsessed with these lenticulars.
Yeah, you just like the,
But the lenticulars are so shit, because look at that. He just moves his arm.
It's a bit boring.
You know? Oh.
Your bloody hard drive, seriously.
Shut up, yo. Don't make me come over there and beat you up.
Beat you up, yeah.
You're mugging me off, son. I'm going to kick your ass. Jog on. You know, that hard drive, I don't know if there's a fault with that hard drive, because it works. It's just, it's got, I think it's an attention seeker. I think that's what
that's what it is. It's feeling lonely.
Because all them down there, I've ISO'd all them so far. right?
Yeah.
And that's not even half my DVDs. That's not even an eighth for my DVDs. So, see Foyle's War there? You see it right there?
Sorry.
Foyle's War.
All right, yeah.
Yeah. I ISO one and I was watching it and I was like, yeah, I don't need an ISO. I'll watch it on Netflix at some point.
Donna says good night. She's got to go.
Good night, Donna.
She's not able to post on the chat, so.
Oh, that's weird.
She has an appointment in the morning. Hope the appointment goes okay, Donna.
Whatever the appointment's for, I hope it goes well, and thanks for popping in.
Yeah.
And look forward to seeing you again soon.
Yeah, I'm chatting.
I'm possibly chatting one day on PSN.
Yeah, because that was fun.
Yeah.
So what are your plans for the week?
My plans for the week all depend on what's going on with Donna at the minute.
Right.
Well, obviously her mum, but Donna, because I've got to be there to support Donna.
Yeah.
But at the minute, I'm probably gonna be just watching wrestling.
Yeah.
Maybe watching the odd film, trying to relax a bit, trying to be a good husband, and try to get certain things done to save Donna stress.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm gaming with you so far as I know. And I'm probably talking to my mum on Thursday. I'm probably just.
We may be streaming on Friday, is it? Or
we'll be streaming on Wednesday or Friday. It depends.
Yeah.
One, it depends on if there's any noise.
Yeah.
And two, it depends on if we both feel like it. Like if you feel like, because I know how sometimes you want a game, but you're just not in the mood to entertain people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Same here. I want to stream because maybe we could stream Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Because my idea for that, if people are still watching now, is that we'll stream it until we finish the episode, then we'll stop the stream.
Right, yeah. That's good. Yeah.
And then if we did want to do another episode that night, we could then do a new stream for that one.
Yeah.
So that they're actually done in the episode.
Yeah.
And that way we can judge what we want to do then as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I think for games like Zombie Army Trilogy, it can be quite hard because if you get stuck on a section, you're stuck on it, you're doing it over and over again, people get bored,
Well, even if we play one episode of Resident Evil and then we turn off the stream and then we go play some Zombie Army or something,
Exactly. We could do that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we'll see how we feel.
Depending on,
So, I'm going to eventually do more videos. It's just been...
Yeah, no, exactly.
know.
More GTAs and stuff. It's just you've been very busy.
Well, I've got to get that video up of you and me cheering Gaz on while he's getting a lap dance.
Exactly.
But you were saying, stick it in there, sunshine, come on.
Yeah. So it all comes down to what's going on with it, obviously.
Yeah, it all depends on that. And, obviously, Donna's my main priority, so I've got to...
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah. The only reason I didn't come off earlier, to be honest, was because I knew I'd be in the way because of all these people coming in and out.
Yeah, you don't want to get in the way.
Obviously, if Donna needs to talk, she's going to need to talk to me when no one else is here.
Yeah, no, exactly.
So, I just wanted to, But anyway, plus I wanted to do the chat, obviously.
Yeah.
So, but I guess we should say bye.
I would have understood if you'd gone, but...
that's all right. I appreciate your patience.
Yeah.
So do you want to say your byes?
Thanks everybody for watching.
Sorry, I was rude. Then I forgot. What are you doing anything this week?
It's fine. It's fun. It's just funny, so.
What's going on?
Okay, let's say goodbye.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. You got stuff going on, so it's not important anyway. So me, same old. So no, I'm looking forward to gaming. Hopefully get some editing done this week. It'd be nice to finally get something done. Again, I think because that helps. I think as well what's helping at the moment is because you've, I'm fortunate to have a great friend in you in that you're helpful, now with the timing, the gaming, it's nice to now be up during the day a bit, so I think that's helping my mood a little bit, if you know what I mean, so, So I'm hoping to get some editing done. We'll probably, hopefully, depending on how I feel, get some recording done. Archery group on Wednesday. Did I tell you I got pretty much all in the 40s scores last week? So, out of possible 60. So it wasn't bad. I think my best score was like 47. So, but for somebody who's not done it before, it's, you know.
You'll get 60 eventually.
Well. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever get 60, but it would be nice. I was getting like a couple arrows would go like literally like you couldn't put anything between them, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that was kind of impressive when I would get a gathering really close together. It was impressive as well to get like 40 odd points first thing in the morning, you know, like 8:30 on a Wednesday morning. It was funny though, I took a break to go do the art and I came back and then I got like in the 30 scores and then it took a couple shots to get back into the flow, if you know what I mean. But I'm looking forward to doing that on Wednesday and looking forward to gaming and hopefully, like I say, getting some stuff done. I'm just hoping that the weather is, because it's so cold here at the moment, it doesn't help all my aches and pains, you know, kind of things. So, but otherwise, no, it's all same old, same old. So, but we'll see.
Hopefully you'll get some stuff done. Hopefully I'll get some stuff done.
Yeah, exactly.
And hopefully our stream will be awesome on Wednesday or Friday. Yes,
look forward to it. I just hope everything goes all right with your mum-in-law and stuff.
Yeah,
so.
I'm hoping things get better because I'm a bit worried about it, you know.
Yeah.
It's funny. Yeah, it's funny. Sometimes you can think you don't really care about people that much, even though you do.
Yeah.
And you might not get along with them. But when you see them in pain like that, it's a very scary, sad thing, you know.
Yeah.
And exactly. I think, to be honest with you, I'm sorry if I'm a little bit different because it's affected me a bit.
No.
But yeah, it's one of those things where the thing is, the problem is it keeps reminding me of my nan.
Yeah.
The whole thing because my nan.
Yeah. Yeah, because of how she was. Yeah.
My nan was almost identically the way Donna's mum is, except without the oxygen.
Yeah.
So because my nan died like.
Not long. Yeah. Few months.
No, it's next month.
Yeah.
My nan died. She got really ill.
And
almost died when I was in England.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And then she died about December 13th, between 13th and 18th. She died. Yeah. So I'm a little bit like, you know. And I ain't got over it. And my dad hasn't.
What I mean is, it was only a few months after, you know, that she went, kind of thing. So.
It'd be weird if Donna's mum died the same day.
Oh God, yeah.
You know, imagine that we'd both be mourning losses on the same day, then, wouldn't we?
By the sound of it, she's going to be an old battle axe, you know, keep fighting kind of thing.
I hope so. I really want her to because, you know, she's from the East End of London originally. Yeah. So I'm hoping she fights and goes on another 10 years, but I highly doubt it. But I hope so.
No. Well, fingers crossed.
You know. Fingers crossed and legs crossed and toes crossed and eyes both sides. Hope we can do it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You want me to say goodbyes or?
Unless you want to say anything else before we go.
No. Sorry.
Okay. No, I'm just saying. I'm saying unless you have anything to say because I don't want to cut you off again like I did a minute ago.
Oh no, it was fine. I didn't mean to. It was just funny, was all.
You know what it's like. You can be in your own little world sometimes, and when other things are going on, you can just forget about things and seem like a complete arsehole. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, but was there anything else you wanted to say?
No, it's fine.
Okay, so if you want to say your goodbyes.
Thanks everybody for watching. Thank you to John for popping in and Donna after being out still making time to come in for the last half hour. And also for the link to the Serenity thing. I have to watch that because it finishes in 4 days. For anybody who we've had like no other comment. I hope Hughesy made it. Please take care, Hughesy, and I hope to see you sometime in another chat. And if you don't, then have a nice Christmas or whatever. You know, take care. But hope everybody gets what they want in Black Friday deals or something. Good luck for anybody who's looking for stuff that they want to get.
Yeah, let's hope they go on sale.
Uh,
Let's hope the stuff goes on sale, because it seems like a really tight year this year.
Yeah, exactly. So, thanks for joining us. Please join us next week. Please, please, please subscribe to Malcolm's channel if you haven't already. Check out his awesome videos and look forward to new ones. Please send nice support messages and that, because I think Malcolm needs to be told that he is really appreciated for the awesome guy that he is. And really lucky to have him do this chat, and so grateful to be here. So please check out his other stuff, and yeah, look forward to next week. Please, if you're watching afterwards, please post comments, questions that we can answer next week, because we've not really had anything to answer tonight. So
not really. We didn't really have any real questions, did we?
No. So but
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, we had questions, but there were nothing that you could really go on about. Like,
Well, no, because it was only like John and not, you know, it wasn't really anything we could. So, but yeah, no, please join us next week. Please check out my channel if you get the chance. Hopefully videos will be going up this weekend. There will be a video going up this weekend, hopefully. So, yeah, no, take care, everybody, and over to you, Malcolm.
Before I say bye, I just want to say I just realised one of the best deals on Amazon so far is a 50-inch TV for $120.
No way.
Full HD 50-inch TV.
Really?
Yeah.
$120?
Yeah. I'm sure it's a cheap one.
That would be epic in my bedroom.
Oh, yeah.
I've been saying that I want to.
From America? You want to take the American one?
No, I want. Can you imagine if that was 120 quid? That'd be awesome.
That's 120 quid. I'd be buying my mum and my dad one, wouldn't I?
Yeah, I know. Actually, I don't
yeah.
want one that big in my bedroom, so. But.
It'd be a bit weird, wouldn't it?
There'd be no room for it, is that?
What you want is a 90-inch one.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, just the whole wall.
I can see it now. 90-inch 4K. But anyway, I'd like to thank everybody for watching. Anyone who watches after, thank Tash for being here. Thanks, Tash, for your patience today, because, you know, with things going on, I appreciate it, and I appreciate your friendship. You're a great friend, and you should really realise that about yourself. You're an awesome person. And I beg you are, and I appreciate that very much. And I'd like to thank everybody again for watching. And if anyone comments after, please do. Hopefully, we'll either answer it in the comments, or we'll answer it later on in the video, depending on what it is. You know. If you haven't already, if you haven't already, subscribe to Tash. Great videos coming. Awesome person, great person, very funny. Check out the NCIS one if you haven't. It's one of the funniest videos you'll ever see.
Yeah, if you want to see somebody break a case.
There you go. And being in the tub like,
yeah.
It's brilliant. You know.
You know, the funniest bit about that video is at the very beginning when Donna rings the doorbell. When I was editing that video, or if I've watched the video back since, every time that doorbell goes, Mulder goes berserk. So I have to turn the sound off at the beginning so I can watch the rest of the video.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's great. I like that. That's good. That's good little fact there.
It's weird that it's on a video. You know, you expect it when it's in real life, but normally when stuff's on videos, animals don't always react, do they? I think it's because it's a different sound. But the doorbell, yeah, he goes berserk. He barks his head off as if somebody's actually at the door.
It's probably just because it's the same doorbell chain.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you haven't already, please subscribe to Tash, because it's a great channel, an awesome person, and subscribe to Mulder, which is also on the Sketchney channel. The link is down below, and if you're lucky, you might see some other pets there.
Yeah.
So check that out. And if you haven't already, subscribe to me. I'd appreciate it. I plan on doing a lot more videos at some point. At the moment, I've just got a lot going on, so I'm a little bit lazy. You know.
Not lazy. It's
you know, people who watch can call me lazy because they're not getting.
Well, they don't know what's going on with you.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
You know, so whatever makes people happy, I'll say it, you know.
Yeah.
If people want to call me a scumbag, you go ahead.
Yeah, that's totally why I'm not making videos.
There you go, exactly. Because the fact is, the reason I don't make videos is because people want the video. So
Yeah,
I'm technically playing them, because now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a monthly subscription service where they have to pay $20. You know what they get for that? One video a month. But anyway, that's the plan. And yes, that's right. And it won't even be.
Yeah, I don't know if I can afford to subscribe to you. Or is doing this chat like my payment?
There you go. You know, yeah, that's you get 100% off coupon.
Yeah.
But anyway, thanks everybody for watching. Join us next week. Hopefully it'll be a lot better with a lot less interruptions, which you probably won't see at the end of this video because I'll edit them out. But if they're on here before I get to edit them because of the processing, thanks for watching.
You've still got to edit out the spinning on the Zombie Army Trilogy video. Yeah,
I've still got to do that as well. The point is, because you've got to wait for the processing, I always end up waiting for processing.
And then you forget about it. Yeah.
You know, I might just put a little video file me going spinning, and then probably get loads of views, wouldn't it?
Yeah, just like you say, the steps of music or something.
Yeah, put what you said about it. You spin my head. Yeah. But anyway, thanks guys for watching. Join us next week, and as always, take care and have a lovely week. So bye for now, guys.
Bye.